independent music.
We'll go on a journey like no other.
Right through some dude's mom's nasty vagina.
And out her asshole.
It's Indie 180, a transformative show unlike any other. Joe, put that away.
I can't help it.
Indie 180 with Bob on the knob,
Joe Stagger,
and don't forget Brian Almeida from The Shape.
This is Brian from The Shape.
You know my name.
Indie 180.
You know my face.
180 minutes of independent music and news, plus the Monolithic Music Minute and Knobs News Corner, brought to you in part by Blow Paste.
Another blissful moment go to waste. Taste the magic of Blow Paste.
Indie 180. It starts now. The clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. It's time. It's starting. It's 8:02 p.m. 1/20/2015. It's official. Fucking new radio. My name is Knob.
I'm Joe Stagger.
And I'm Brian from The Shape.
And we are Indie 180, 180 minutes of pure independent metal music, news, interviews, and so much more. And goddamn it, it's good to be here, folks.
Yes.
Joe, welcome back.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome home, sir.
Sounds good.
Brian's got a case of the shenanigans.
All the shenanigans, indeed.
No good.
But that's all right, because you know what? Dude, because we're official fucking new radio, we do things that nobody else do. And like, you know, why not? Like in the old days, they used to have ISDN lines where like the radio station host would, you know, basically call into the station and they'd all be on the same show. Well, we're doing the same fucking thing using the Skype line.
Skype line.
Skype line. Skype line.
Skype line.
Skype line. So anyway, welcome. Tonight's a good night. We got Opus. Got Opus the dopest.
Opus.
We're in our hazmat suits. That's another reason why we're all in different locations, because we figure Opus cannot strike multiple locations, so at least two of us are safe. One of us is fucked. One of every three listeners tonight will catch Opus.
Well, that would be you then, sir.
Fuck.
Yeah, my immune system is built back up, so it's your turn, man.
Fuck.
And I think I'm a little out of his range.
I don't want Opus. Fuck. Dude, I mean, Cyperna's bad enough. Come on.
Crack open a beer, man.
Crack. You'll be fine. Put some tussin on it.
Put some tussin on it. Some tussin.
Tussin. All right. So check it out, man. We got some kick-ass shit besides Opus, obviously, tonight. Last week we talked with David from Marwood's Fall. Great interview. If you didn't catch it, it's up on the YouTube, and the program is also up. Sorry for the delay. Next week, we got Mile Marker Zero. Thank you, Brian, again for setting up this interview. Long time coming. We have not yet had the opportunity to speak with the guys. Mile Marker Zero. Great fucking band. Kick-ass shit. See, that was really more why I'm bummed that you're not here, because I was like, dude, I get all this cool new music like Mile Marker Zero, and you're not here. And that makes me sad.
Oh, trust me, I'm very cranky and pissy today. It's a don't fuck with me day.
Wow, I like that, because I got a perfect clip for that. But before we get to that, February the 3rd, Ian Carlucci, Shadow Lake Music. Young Ian Carlucci, he's Shadow Lake Music is his promotions company. He's got Lord Almighty coming back through Connecticut, and he's a young kid. I mean, he's got to be 21, maybe. I think. So, younger guy, it's going to be cool to talk with someone a little younger to see how they're, planning to use some of the things that we talk about here on Indie 180 to their advantage. Tuesday, February the 17th, just in. Drew, bam, of fucking the maddening process, possibly other members of the maddening process.
Oh, nice.
The motherfucking maddening process, yo. Quick side note, Ray of the maddening process dates Mo on the mic of OFNR. Just saying.
Who?
Well, Mo on the mic is my sister. And Ray, I think he plays guitar. Perhaps he plays bass. I'm not really sure. But he is dating my sister officially.
Shouldn't you know this? What he plays if he's dating your sister?
No.
Oh, okay.
I kind of keep my nose out of that, man. That's not my business. My sister's old enough to make wise decisions. She's a smart girl. Yeah, things go wrong, but that's not a good sign. That's not good. Because it's not just me you got to worry about. I got an older brother. And he's a redneck, you know what I mean? And he's
Oh, boy.
proud to be. So he will.
Don't get that switch out.
He'll fuck you up, yeah. No
He's
shit.
a Mexican redneck.
Yeah, well, he lives in Mississippi now. He used to live in New Orleans. It was awesome because like every year for like 5 years, I used to go down to where he lives so that I could go, like, because he lived in Slidell, which was like a half hour out of New Orleans. So for the 5 years, every year we used to drive down to New Orleans and fucking hang with him, and then go to to Bourbon Street and shit. And then he moved. I was like, you motherfucker, you were like the reason I'd go to New Orleans, man. Now to go to New Orleans, I gotta like buy a hotel. And like, fuck.
I like bourbon.
Yeah, bourbon's the shit, dude. Speaking of bourbon, I said I had breaking news to relay this fine evening, January the 20th, 2015.
Drum roll.
Drum roll, please. I don't have a drum roll handy either. Fuck.
Oh, you suck.
I'm so not on my game. Oh, wait, look, I do.
There you go.
There you go. Proud to announce, thanks to Joe Stagger, brand new sponsor of Indy 180, Cold Cock Whiskey.
Yeah.
It is cold on your cock.
Made with aged fine American bourbon and herbs like green tea, hibiscus, eucalyptus, ginger, ginkgo, and many others. Smooth taste, no whiskey burn. ColdCockWhiskey.com.
And they say no hangover.
Dude. And it's smooth, not like in the way that like, oh my God, I'm dying. It's like,
Okay.
holy shit, I just drank like a bottle of whiskey to my face and it didn't burn going down, but now I can't see straight. Drink
Yeah, it happens
responsibly,
that way.
fuckers.
Yes, drink responsible. I have many bottles.
Have friends with you.
I have friends with you to drink it.
So thank you, Joe, for helping us make that connection, man. Proud to have Cold Cock Whiskey as part of our sponsors. Now we have Cold Cock Whiskey to give you the nice buzz, to get you the liquid date. And then when you go on the liquid date, you bring yourself some fucking blow paste. CheekyChaCha.com. BJ a day. Blow paste. Get it. Yeah.
Well played, sir.
Some other quick news in the effing world. New independent comedy films shooting in late February, early March. And from old friends of OFNR's. Don't know if I'm allowed to say, but Joe, I'm sure you would know. We're proudly like supporting those guys. Used to do a different genre of film. Got into some issues. Well, they're shooting a new film. It's a fucking comedy. In February, early March, OFNR going to be part of the movie. Keep it locked for more details as we get them.
Excellent. Good to hear.
So that's pretty sweet. And also, starting I think next week, if you remember, we were syndicating the Keith Pearson Project every Monday night here at 8 o'clock on OFNR.
I do remember that.
He was doing it on some FM station, WHUS, I think maybe. Anyway, for some reason or another, he's unable to record the shows, or it's not really working out there for whatever reason. I'm sure he kind of wants to be a little more, free to
There's only one way to do that.
to do as he please. And so, yeah, in about 2 weeks or so, the Keith Pearson Project comes to OFNR live Wednesday nights, 8 to 10.
Oh, live.
So boom. And Keith's going to be like running the shit. You know what I mean? I'm just here to keep the boards going. It's Keith's show.
Well, isn't that fancy?
Man gets a live mic every Wednesday now.
That's right. So boom, Keith Pearson Project coming to you from the FM, coming right to OFNR. Still working on details and maybe bringing the Metal Fortress. Keep it locked for that. So,
you should get him a dildo mic.
just saying, it's going out there. I'm just saying. Of course, Wednesdays we've got in the afternoon, 1 to 4. Turbo does the Asylum. Step into the fucking Asylum with Turbo, man. From
man.
Bull Spike Radio presents the Asylum each and every week, Wednesdays, 1 to 4 o'clock. Go check that shit out too. So that's what I've got for effing news. And I think that's all cool shit, man. I'm so happy to have Colcock on board, and the movie thing is cool. And Brian, I'll keep you posted too, because he was talking about maybe getting some local bands involved and shit, you know, because they're all about supporting the local scene. So
Definitely.
Yeah.
it'd be pretty fucking dope. He was
They are really, really good people.
great dudes, yeah. And so I don't want to say too much because I don't want to overstep my bounds, fuck up shit. You know, I love these guys, proud supporter since day one, since I first met them. All right, moving on. Last week we were talking about using your band as a business, and Brian, I think we did not even get really a chance to, I mean, last week for some reason, dude, time flew.
Yeah, dude, it was flowing all night, and we had gotten to that must have been like an hour and 40-something minute interview, man.
Oh, at least. And again, it's up there. Check it out on YouTube. I think it was really one of our finest interviews in a really, really long time, because it really wasn't really an interview. It was more like a discussion.
I think we're on a roll here. We got Opus tonight. It's gonna be a good.
Dude,
another fucking awesome
Holy
interview
Christ.
next week.
And the thing is, you know, we can talk about so much with Opus. Dude, they're celebrating a decade of Dead by Wednesday. Just Dead by Wednesday. The dude was also in Gargantuan Soul. I mean, plus God knows what other projects I'm missing.
Violent Industry, man.
Violent Industry, yeah. There's some talk about maybe that coming back as a reunion.
Yep.
Breaking fucking news. Biohazard at Cherry Street fucking station. What?
Yeah.
What?
That's crazy shit right there.
Yeah, we got
Good for them, man.
Shout outs to Ear One Productions, Mike Z, dude. What? It's a Monday night, but it's Biohazard at Cherry Street.
That's gonna be fucking insane. I cannot wait to see.
Place
that.
is gonna be packed.
Yeah.
Packed. Fuck.
That's gonna be fucking crazy over in that place.
No doubt. You know that shit's gonna be cray.
Oh, on the city side.
So Joe, since you weren't here last week, maybe you can help us. We were talking about some of these things, and you can see if how you check out here. Have you guys set up Stagger as an LLC, like as an actual business?
Kinda.
All right, so explain.
You know, we did the Cheap Man's Copywriting, but as far as like a straight LLC, no.
Not yet.
You know,
Any reason why?
I don't know if it's ever been talked specifically why. Almost get the feeling that we're all on the same page, that if we do that, now we are a business and we're about having the fun.
Gotcha.
And the last thing we want to do is have a business word tied to what we do.
Right, but now I mean, this is what we were talking about, and Brian, please chime in as necessary, bro. Last week we were talking about, you know, if you set up an LLC, think about the tax benefit for you as a band. All that traveling you did to Cherry Street for fundraisers and shit for OFNR are write-offable, dude, at the end of the year. All your gear is a fucking write-offable.
Yeah, if you make a certain amount of money. So that means every time we get paid from a show or merch or whatever, we got to claim everything.
Yep.
And right there and then, now you're doing business.
And you guys aren't about business, you're about pleasure.
Yeah, pretty much.
Gotcha.
I mean, if it came down to it where we got in a position where we didn't have a choice and, you know, we were hitting that echelon,
Right?
then of course we would, you know, do it. But as far as being an indie right now, you know, we just don't want to equate ourselves to a business.
Well, that's great. I mean, dude, that's so cool because it's a different side of the conversation that we were having last week, and it's important that people realize, like, like I was saying last week, and Brian, you agree, not every band wants to do this,
That's correct.
or needs to, for that matter.
Unless you're making like between 10 and 15 grand a year, I just don't see the reason for it, because you're going to get burnt more than you're going to gain. Like, when you're going to end up owing because you can't claim everything. Because now we got to change our vehicle over to commercial so we can claim, the gas and the tolls and all that stuff. They won't believe me, it was looked into.
I see. Well, look, it's not a. Again, it's, no need to defend yourself, man. It's totally cool and understandable, man.
Oh, it's not a defense. I'm just trying to put it out there what the drawbacks are that we were introduced to when we looked into it.
Right.
And unless you're, you almost have to be a touring band to really make it your worth, because you're spending out so much, to do it.
Right.
And you want to recoup some of it. But again, like, you got to claim all your merch. You got to, report it every quarter. You got to, now you got to get an accountant and hope you make the minimum so you don't end up owing every quarter.
Right.
So, I mean, when the time comes and we're at that level, we'll do it. But until then, right now, man, we're just all about having the fun, doing what we do, and, whatever comes after that, we'll take.
Yeah, sure. Makes sense to me. So I think a lot of these other things that we were talking about, what about trademarking the logo or the name? I think you really ought to absolutely consider doing that.
Yeah,
that's you can do legal Zoom. It's like $300.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not even that, dude. You could go straight through the U.S. Copyright and Trademark Office, and I think for us it was around like $125 something.
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
all it is $125.
Nice.
Because we're doing the name and the phrase we use for Stagger Day, the Raising Proud and all that.
Right.
We're copyrighting that.
Nice.
So, because we had someone to try to kind of yank it on us, and we were like, nah. We've been using this for like 5 years.
Yeah, I got proof of that. All the memes and shit.
Yeah. So, there's certain things you have to do just to protect yourself.
Most so your shit doesn't get stolen and you can't be misrepresented.
Right. And then we got protected through Reverb Nation too. When we did the whole bundle package for them, they kind of like self-copyright you to get on iTunes and all that.
You're under that, that publishing.
Yeah. So if anybody did try to, yank some of our stuff, it would.
Well, yeah, sure. Look, at the end of the day, if you have recordings and can prove, that you've had these things for so long and blah blah blah, you know what I mean? It's really all. It's not about what you know. It's about what you can prove. At the end of the day, with the law, and some of these things are beneficial, but it's great to have another mind, because this is why Indy 180 so needs to have the three people.
Yeah, because everybody's got the opinion, and
and they're all sound.
Right. It's just depending on where you're at and what you're trying to accomplish.
See, I totally feel you the same way. Like, OFNR LLC has been a thought, and I would love to do that, but I'm not making any money doing this. It's never been about making money doing this. I hardly have people listening to this. It's because I absolutely fucking love what I do. I really, truly enjoy broadcasting.
Right.
And talking to bands and fucking do what we did last week and every week here on OFNR Indy 180.
Yeah, but if the time came and it warranted, you would do it.
Oh, in 2 seconds, there's a lot of things I would do. There's a lot of things I would do, Joe, and you know this.
Yeah, absolutely. And you should. But you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it seems like the younger bands that are like pushing hard to get signed and doing all that.
That's kind of where we're headed with this. This whole thing is kind of like, that's why when we started off by saying, what's making it, dude, getting signed it's not even such a myth anymore. It's just like, why would you want to? Unless
because there's still that mindset out there that you need to be signed. And the younger bands, I don't know why they're seeing it that way, because they have all of us out there showing them, look, you don't need to look at all you can do without doing it. But I think a lot of it comes down to is they don't want to put the work in. They'll put the work in to get signed, but they don't want to put the work in to be a band that does it on their own and that grows as a large independent.
True.
You can be an independent band and tour all over the country and all over the world and make a name for yourself just as big as, the other people. All they have is, some of the money backing.
Yeah. Well, dude, I mean, look, I know I use these guys as an example all too often, but all I gotta say is Fear Nothing Band. That's all I gotta say. Dude, those guys are a true DIY fucking band. Do it themselves, okay? When they fucking had their first record, came out on a indie label. That indie label went out of business. So they shopped their second album around. Nobody wanted it. They came out number 8 on iTunes or some shit, okay? Fucking lo and behold, the third album comes out. They shop it around. Nobody wants it. And they're like, fuck it, we're just going to keep doing this ourselves. Well, it comes out on the fucking Billboard charts, number fucking 5.
Yeah, there you go.
Number 5 on the Billboard charts, DIY, no fucking record label, no backing. They do it themselves. They're a business.
Yep, and there you go. That's my prime example right there, is that without any backing, you can hit number 5 on the Billboard. That's
no bullshit, dude. There's proof of that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like you got people, and there's a ton of people out there that follow that Billboard and go, holy shit, who are these guys?
Right?
No label attached to it, no nothing. And then there's that one person that checks them out and says, holy shit, check these dudes out.
Or look, I kill ya. Dude, those guys got picked up by Megaforce. I mean, I know it was just a distribution deal, but still nonetheless.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, there's so many bands that we know even that, are making waves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude, tonight, Opus, dude. You know how much fucking he's toured and he's fucking played with huge bands and played with Rizzo and shit, crazy shit. Shit we could all only dream about.
Yeah, but it's what you want to put into it.
Exactly.
And if you don't want to put into it, the first thing you're going to do is look to get signed so someone else can put it in for you.
And that's not really how it works anyway.
No, but that's the assumption and the view that these kids have. I hear it all the time when we're at shows and we're playing with younger bands and they're talking to us and, you hear it. Oh, we can't wait to get signed and, we're going to go do this showcase and we're going to go do that showcase and we're going to do this battle of the bands. And then, you don't want to deter them because it's exposure for them and they might learn a lesson or two, by doing it. But really, Battle of Bands is just a joke.
Yep.
And, it's all ticket sales. And, you can go out there and buy your own tickets and have, 50 tickets sold and have 2 people show up. Now, if they were smart, what they would do is count the tickets when they came in and say, oh, this band's buying tickets. They really have no following. But they don't because they just want the ticket money. And
right, because they're looking at it as a business. They want money. Right. They don't, they're not looking at the actuality of the matter.
Right. They don't care. They want to know what they can make off you.
Absolutely. So
there's no real true backing. And maybe you get to play, one of the moderate festivals or something with, some of the moderate upper echelon bands. And maybe you get 10 or 15 people that like you. But it's segregated to the point where you're playing in your own backyard when you do that. Now, if you got on a festival that brought you out of state, you're in a whole new crowd. It's not the same people all the time. And that's, under kind of the belief we're under, let's keep bringing bands in. Let's bring them not only to our state, but let's, when we go to Pennsylvania, bring some bands to Pennsylvania, bring Pennsylvania bands here, Connecticut bands, from wherever.
Well, yeah, it's like you actually make, and we're going to talk about this after the break. We are going to get to some music tonight. Last week we carried on and on and on. And now I've forgotten what I was going to fucking say. Fuck. Yeah, no, we're going to get to more of this discussion. Talk about using different tools and, social media being one of them. But I want to talk about that. We'll get back to that. We got the Monolithic Music Minute coming up.
Nice.
Mr. Brian.
Si, senor.
Mr. Brian.
Mr. Brian Almeida.
Hola, my friends, mi amigos.
Don't be talking that gibberish shit to me, man.
Hey, it's the language of my people's own.
It's a people's language.
The people,
They talk to me, but I don't know what's going on.
through the people, by the people, about the people,
And for the people.
and through the
I
people.
am Brian Almeida.
Yo soy de Brian Almeida.
I am the Brian Almeida.
I need more alcohol.
Speaking
Holy
of,
shit, where is that from? It sounds
that's
so
the goat.
familiar.
That's that fucking goat, dude.
Oh shit, that's what
I saw that. I saw that video, dude. I saw that video, and I was like, I gotta have that as a button.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. That's what it sounds like in my house when I'm all alone.
There are some things, Joe, that I don't need to know about you.
You're lying your ass off too.
Yeah, you're right.
All I thought about when I heard that sound was blow paste.
Blow paste. Absolutely. Everybody should check out Blow Paste, cheekychacha.com.
Cheeky cha cha.
Get
Cheeky
taste,
cha-cha.
get to taste the dick out of her mouth.
Cheeky cha cha, Brian Almeida.
I had I had some audio that I wanted to share with you guys that Ray from the matting process shared on his Facebook wall, and I was like, dude, I'm totally got to play this on OFNR on Indie Show, because it's perfect. It's yeah, you should check this out. It's called My Favorite Phrase. Then we're gonna play music, and then we'll be back.
Fuck off is such a lovely pair of words, and it's international. I don't care where you are. If somebody's fucking with your bags at Lhasa airport in Tibet, and he's got a shaven head and saffron clothes on, and you say, hey, fuck off, he knows exactly what you mean. He will fuck off. Off he will fuck. Fuck off doesn't mean go away. Fuck off means fuck off. And everybody feels what it means. Nobody can write it down. There is no English equivalent for fuck off, because it is English, fuck off, And English expressions don't have English equivalents. They fucking are,
Say them wicked like we fear nothing, don't tell them we're the true story. If them know fear with stats, them can't talk to me. Ain't no record company can come try this week. If you're late, some of them guys walk through the gate, and when they walk through the gate, them no walk straight. Well, I fear nothing, man. Them a try under it, make them know the people them can relate. They are so regular, they are nothing spectacular, nothing impressive at all, They are so regular, they are nothing spectacular. It all sound the same, nothing impressive at all,
I'm straight up not listening to nothing that they play, cause they come with that regular shit like every day. But yeah, they can't come around my way, cause that shit is like yeah. But I won't even open up my ear to that. I won't even come fucking near to that. I hope my kids ain't even aware of that. My style, you can't compare to that. Moving them like my name was Peter Tosh. 20,000 in front of me, now everybody march. teaching them like the legend Robert Nesta, giving them the knowledge coming from one of the best. Yeah, no me see that them wildin' out, blood clot, yo, me see all them styling out. Yeah, the whole of them single fucking filing out. No me see them try but them squalling out.
They are so regular, they are nothing spectacular, nothing impressive at all, yeah. They are so regular, they are nothing spectacular, it all sound the same, nothing impressive at all, yeah.
Every day I'm surprised by existence. Hell's persistent, tempting me in every instance. It's just the way the cookie crumbles in the game of life. The rookie stumbles, it's like a jungle. One man, I'm Mr. Royal Rumble, with more intelligence than Mother Nature's elements. You numbing my brain, sounding so irrelevant. Go tell a friend, hip-hop belongs to men again. You'll sound like, pick up the pad and pen again. I burn your dumb ass like blunt ash, cause what you're doing like a million niggas been done that. But I'm the first of my kind, a rare bloodline, passionate mind. Capricorn, ran my goat horn through your spine. Leave the track bun up, PM the sun up. Niggas hate while they wifey run up when we've done up. See this guitar? I wield it like an emperor's sword. I got the dead nodding their heads in the morgue.
They are nothing spectacular, nothing impressive at all, yeah. They are so regular, they are nothing spectacular, it all sound the same, nothing impressive at all, yeah. They are so regular, they are nothing spectacular, nothing impressive at all, yeah. They are so regular, they are nothing spectacular, it all sound the same, nothing impressive at all.
Josh from Fear the Masses, and you're listening to OFNR.
I'm Jasmine Jean, and I'm with Blow Paste, and I am listening to OFNR Forever.
And hopefully you are too. It's official fucking new radio, OFNRforever.com. You guys with me?
Shirley.
Indeed, sir, indeed.
And don't call me Shirley.
Ever.
Call me Brian Almeida.
Brian Almeida is here.
Brian Almeida is
There's
there.
going to come a point when you forget about what happened, and you're going to want to come back at me. And you're going to want to wash the taste of my dick out of your mouth.
And that's why you should get blow paste.
Make sure the taste of that dick is out of your mouth.
Indeed. All right. 8:38 here at OFNR. This week's discussion, the toolbox. The fuck you talking about, Knob?
Fuck you say?
Toolbox. We're going to get to that in a second. I forgot. I almost goddamn forgot. Thank God for show prep, folks.
Indeed.
Before we get to toolbox, let's talk to Brian Almeida. Brian Almeida.
Brian Almeida.
Brian Almeida is here. Holmes. This
You
your
are
man.
speaking for us.
Dondaski.
This is your monolithic mini Holmes. And so we got some shows going on between myself, Jesse from Posdemic, and Eric Ioka at Audio Vault that we're all getting together.
Yeah, the
and,
fucking Legion of Doom over here, man. Some serious shit going down.
It is indeed.
You know what though? I like what I'm hearing, man. It's truly positive.
It is. It is super positive.
You guys are the new day, if you will.
It is. I got a bunch right here, so I'm gonna rifle these off so I don't take too much time here. We got this Friday at Ray Kelly's in Bridgeport, Connecticut. We got an awesome band called Fight the Fear. They're like a progressive female like pop rock band. Amazing band with Voodoo from out in Stratford, a great classic rock style band. Also, Drea's birthday over at Cherry Street's going down. She's awesome. Y'all should check that out. They got Beat the Doll on that one. Bunch of killer acts.
Beat the Doll's good shit.
Yeah, Saturday the 24th, I'll be playing with Circadian Rhythm for the Drop Shift reunion show. Those guys are getting back together. It's a free show, and it's got Mile Marker Zero on it. One of the bands we play with, and we'll have on here next week. Rise and Resist into Die Legend up in West Haven. I believe Z's on 126th. Opus's big old birthday bash on the 30th. That's going to be pretty kick-ass. A ton of bands on that. They got Eyes of the Dead. Dead by Wednesday, Josta.
Correction. Princess Peach and the Toadstools.
Oh, sorry, Princess Peach and the Toadstools.
And the Toadstools, yes. Mm-hmm.
Toadstools. Ooh.
That's Eyes of the Dead. That's Princess Peach and the Toadstools. That's their real name. They don't want you to know. But OFNR constantly reminds you.
Got a stick pin over at Cherry Street on the 31st. Insanovision CD release party through Monolith Music on February 6th. That's when they dropped their new album. Then on the 8th, we're hosting We the Machine from outside of Boston, a pretty kick-ass metalcore band.
Wicked
the 13th of February at Cherry Street, there is an awesome show with Lightsbane, Priapism, and a bunch of others. Risk on Life, I believe, is on that one. And Jesse's got his Fuck Valentine's Day show at Cherry Street on the 14th.
Fuck it right in its ass.
Right in its ass. And in the last couple there are at Downtown Cafe on February 20th. We're hosting 2 touring bands. Fortune Favorite is The Brave and Scriptures from out of Rhode Island, along with Simple Machinery. We're a pretty kick-ass band. And on the 21st, good buddies of a lot of people in the Connecticut scene, The Aberration, are shooting a video for a song off their new album that's coming out soon. So that's going to be, I believe, it up in Middletown. And Lights Bane, Archaic Decapitator, Continuum, The Shape, and more are going to be at Cook's that very night as well. So that's going to be a pretty kick-ass weekend.
Stabby, yeah, very stabby night.
Yeah, it's going to be fun indeed. There's going to be some smooth jazz played that night.
Yeah, buddy. Well, Continuum is smooth jazz, for sure. I got proof.
Yeah. Also, I just wanted to say we have, for the Shape on March 10th, we're going to be playing with Suicide Silence, A Mirror Within the Ruins, and Fit for an Autopsy on March 10th at the Webster Theater. If you're interested in going that, hit any of us up on Facebook or our page directly. And that's about it. I'll kick it back to you, buddy.
Monolithic minute done. Poof.
It was actually 1:15.
Yeah, you're going to owe us a minute. So we'll just dock it out of your pay.
You get nothing and like it.
Which actually means
technically I owe you money then.
I think that's much. But you owe me exactly what I pay you, so we're even, I think. Except for Joe. Joe and I constantly.
We'll just put it in the ledger.
Yeah. Good Photoshop wars this week, buddy.
Yes. I hope you're ready for this week. Yeah.
So hard, dude. It's so time consuming.
Well, I'm trying to go with themes now. So
see, yes, we should have the fans help us out, come up with themes for our Photoshop wars.
We've done so many.
I know, dude. I know.
I think we should go bestiality next.
Oh God, dude, we don't want to be totally taken off Facebook. That's already happened a few times.
Yeah, the dickhead pics.
Dickhead pics, yeah. Yeah, Brian, fucking dude, we were doing dickhead pics for like a hot second, and Facebook immediately shut us down.
Yeah, you put "don't be a dickhead," and I said, "I don't think you have the balls to do it." You give me the balls head. Yeah, it didn't last 5 minutes.
Shit. So anyway, Toolbox. Matt of Eyes of the Dead on Facebook says, this place, Facebook, is a useful tool to build something, but like a house, it requires more than just one tool. Can you see where I'm going with this? And just like those tools, it can be turned into something to try and inflict harm. In the world of text, with no tone, voice, words are easily taken the wrong way. People get butthurt because they think things are about them.
Boy, do they get butthurt.
There is only one tool, and I want a new album.
So, I grabbed that right from Facebook because I saw the conversation go down, and I thought that was a really wise thing to say. So it made me think, like, what other things could we talk about when we talk about, like, what's in your toolbox? Social media is just a tool. It's just one avenue by which to connect to people. Some other things you might want to try: take an active role within your local music community. Last week we were talking with David from Marwood's Fall, and I could not speak highly enough about getting part of your local scene, your local community. If you're really into something, get into the local community and see how it works. Actually go out to shows that aren't yours. You know?
Yeah.
Meet friends. Build connections. You know, that was the next thing. Build a strong, reliable, interpersonal network. An actual fucking person-to-person connection. I could call Joe tomorrow, say, yo, Joe, what's up? Dude, what's up? You know, he would fucking... Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
He would engage you in a conversation, possibly.
Yeah, and actually probably, you know, care about my well-being. From time to time.
Sometimes.
And I mean, you know, wasn't always that way. It sure seems like we've been friends forever.
Yeah, it sure has, man.
But, you know, dude, if not for me to go to a show in Jersey, I would have never met the fucking Stagger boys.
Right, and that means get up and get out.
Get up and get out. Yeah, you got to do it every now and again, man. I know it's hard. I know it's, you know, but
it's really not.
Dude, I've met some of the coolest people and some of my best friends from going to shows. And honestly, some of those people are people that didn't actively go to shows, that went just, you know, every once in a while, like once every 6 months, outside of, quote, being in the scene. They just happen to go out and catch a band. You never know who you're going to meet, man. So.
Absolutely, man. And that's how connections are made. And you never know that this person's headed this place, and maybe they're like, oh shit, our band dropped off. Do you guys want to we saw you at that show. You want to play this gig because like these dudes dropped off?
That's the thing though, man.
Wait, hang on a second. One at a time. Brian, what'd you say?
I said we met our fucking current bass player at a show the night that we let our former bass player go.
See?
You never know.
Dude, it's true. And like, you know how many like actual friends I think I've acquired through doing this shitty radio show, as some people call it, like Frank from Eyes of the Dead. And I love, fuck Frank. But I love Frank because fuck Frank. Man, it's just about fucking helping one another and trying to, do positive things with this music. We need to make sure that fucking it matters. God damn it.
Yeah.
Like I'm always talking about it doesn't matter. Well, yeah, it matters as long as we fucking make sure it does. People got to understand that. You got to come out to shows.
We've been given a voice. We should use it.
Yeah. So what about, I also put in my little toolbox ideas here, having a working knowledge of live event hosting and promotion. I mean, both of you guys have this acumen of, knowing how to, at least the idea and concept behind booking shows and what goes into that and what logistics go into that. So do you think that's a useful, I would think that's an absolute must.
Fuck yeah, that's a must. And, the more varied the background of the type of live event, the better off you're going to be, because you can add things that maybe are known for working in a certain genre of, say, music, but, don't really happen in metal, or things like, introducing every band. You go to a certain show, that's a very simple thing, introduce each band, do stuff like that, add like raffles, like little small things that make shows, that much more of an event and get people inclined to go. I can't tell you how many shows I've been to where band just goes up and play, they start playing, we'll talk a little bit during their set, they get off, set break, other band goes on, there's nobody talking or introing them. And, it's pretty killer to be able to do that, and it just adds more to it. And that's just a small, simple thing to do that anyway.
The more interactive you can be with the people at the show, that word spreads, man. It spreads out. We do a lot of giveaways and stuff like that. For every show we throw, we always have it. If it's our show, no matter where it is, we'll have it. And, it just gets a nice buzz going. It is an event, so treat it like one.
Yeah, it's got to be a spectacle, man. It's got to be a reason for people to come out. Now, there was another discussion going on about the amount of bands on a bill. Saying, I think it was Major Chugs, Mouse Mandingo, who said, whatever happened to shows that were, 3-4 bands? Why do we have to have, 10 band bills and 7 band bills? And I think there's some validity in that. At least in the idea of having the conversation. Is there a right or wrong way? I don't know. But, look, if a show starts at like 6 and runs till like 2, that's like 8 hours of my time that I've got to now dedicate to a show. That's a lot of fucking time.
But a lot of people are missing the fact, because they don't deal with the bars and stuff, that the bars want you to run certain time spots.
Oh, sure.
So they make their money.
They want guaranteed music running from this time to this time.
Right. Especially if you're like making the deal with them, or, hey, I'm taking the door, you're taking the bar. They want to make their money. And they're not going to let you do 3 hours where they're not going to make any cash when everybody's starting to get their buzz on and then go home.
Right.
And a lot of people who don't get involved, and Brian, you know this, and you know it too, Knob, they want certain things to go along that they're going to be guaranteed that, hey, look, I'm going to be making, I want to walk out with a $3,000 bar tab.
Oh, yeah.
I deal with it all the time. They tell me, I say, all right, I want to do a show. Okay, they'll send me back, this is the time slot you got to fill. On a Friday night or a Saturday or a Sunday, whatever. They have like slots adjusted for every night of the week for what they want to fill to make that certain amount of money.
Yeah, just to add to what you're saying, Joe, I have a few specific spots where I booked where they wanted shit to start at like 10 o'clock. and go till like 2. And there's bands that are like, we don't want to play at like 1:15 a.m. And I don't blame them either. So you kind of got to meet in the middle with them and say, listen, here's how successfully it would be the most successful for this to go down at your bar. You're going to make money in this manner. We could start something, say 9 and go till like 12:30, 1 o'clock. How does that sound? And usually most people are agreeable, but sometimes you got to school them a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we do the same thing. It's, hey, look, man, I only want to do 4 bands, but I'll give you 45-minute sets out of each band,
right?
Which will keep the people in the house.
Right. See, and that's the thing. Like, there's no right or wrong answer here. I mean, look, I think if you had really good bands that could do 45-minute sets, that's less stress, than having like 7 bands in a night. My God, like they're doing 30-minute sets and like they're going real fast and like
I feel you on both, man. There's times when honestly I'll book bands or shows where it'll be 2 bands. One band plays for like an hour and a half, another band plays for an hour. I've done that before. Just like smaller shows are like 2 bands playing for 90 minutes each with a break.
Sure, and look,
shows with like 8 bands where they do a half hour just for like a mini fest, like here and there, just to showcase a bunch of bands of different styles.
I think like what Mouser's really getting at is I remember a time even too not too long ago where like at Cafe 9 they'd have like 3 bands in a night. You know what I mean? Like do the little bangarangs, that were going on and shit, and fucking. There is something to that. There's a very good allure to that. Like, cause sometimes I want to go out, but I don't want to go out for like, I don't want to go out. I want to go out for a couple hours and have a good time and then come home.
Yeah, but see, you get caught. Some of those bars, they're not making the money during the week, so they want to pull it in one day.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And like we do a lot of these little bangarang shows, 3-4 bands. We do it all throughout the summer. And then maybe we'll pop like a 7 or 8 band right at the end of the summer, kind of like a culmination of everything.
A big show. Yeah. Because look, if everything's a big show, then then you got to have a really big show.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it just escalates and escalates and escalates.
I mean, granted, we do 10 bands for the festival.
Yeah, that's a festival. That's
but
different.
It's once a year.
Yeah.
And the next time we're doing 10, it's in a different state.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
This way it divides it up. But we'll go back and we have our Bros and Scars of Envy are doing a festival in May.
Right.
For, I'm assuming this is their, Damnation is their CD release. So they're actually doing a little bit smaller amount of bands, I believe, with a break in the middle. And they're going to do like a drum circle and, they're going to have some more uniqueness to it, instead of like an onslaught of just metal in your face all day. And we have that break in between each band with the sideshow people.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing. You guys you're making it a spectacle.
Yeah, but a lot of clubs just don't want to hear it anymore. Because the clubs aren't doing as much during the weeks as they used to.
Yeah.
And the clubs by us, they used to be, you couldn't get a date to book. And now they're texting you going, hey, man, you want to take a date?
Yeah, well, it is also winter.
Dude, I get it all year long.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, from way north New Jersey to like Atlantic City, I got people texting me constantly to book their club for them. Bring Stagger down and bring whoever you want. Just book the show.
Right, make it happen.
Because
it's definitely not unheard of.
Right. But you know what I mean? It's not even that it's winter, because here the bars don't change for winter time. It used to be like they were packed, and just the more winter came, the more shows they were doing.
Right.
Everybody tend to slow down during the week a little bit in the summer, and it would just hit on the weekends, or you would get heavy. Like 3 years ago, it was heavy doing during the week shows, and then people just got tired of it because we all got to go to work in the morning.
Yeah.
And we're partying until like 3 a.m, and I got to go to work 2 hours later. But we used to have a lot of clubs that would convert on a weekday to do metal. And then on the weekends, they would be like club music. But that's neither here nor there anymore.
That's where you met Nick.
Actually, you know what it is.
Dude, it's funny because you're talking about not wanting to work and all that shit, and dude, my kids, I got young kids, and we listen to like the kids station on the Sirius, and this, everybody knows They Might Be Giants. They're fucking, great little fucking band. Well, they have this fucking tune, dude. This is my new fucking anthem right here. Let's see if I can get this to play, because this is the shit right here. This is like the best anthem ever.
Boo.
What the fuck? There it goes.
Oh no, no, I never go to work. Oh no, no, I never go to work. Oh no, no, I never go to work. Oh no, no, I never go to work.
All right, well, we'll get back to that.
Sounds
Is
like
that an Opus we have calling?
I thought it was.
I definitely heard it. I heard a ringtone.
I thought I heard ringtone too.
It's really funny though. We met Nick at one of those clubs. Yeah. On a metal night that they were doing on a Thursday when he was in his old band.
Do you play bass?
Oh, Nick.
Dude, I thought I heard ringing.
No, it definitely was ringing. It showed up.
Yeah, it was weird.
Is that you, Opus?
He's not on the line. Where the fuck?
We have a loss of an Opus.
I've lost Opus.
Should one of us call Mr. Opus?
Call Mr. Brian Almeida.
Brian Almeida?
Brian Almeida.
I got tacos on.
I have tacos on my Alameda.
You got tacos on your Almeida?
For my toast?
For my bunghole.
For my bunghole.
For my bunghole.
My people, we come without bunghole.
Oh, I miss them guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What?
Excuse me.
All right, I'm going to call Opus because, yeah. For some reason, it's not working. He says. So we're going to see We're going to see if we can get it to work. It was weird. I heard ringing. I went to answer and it was gone. Like, he hung up. Maybe I got the ring set too long
quick
or something. Yeah, maybe.
Is he Skyping or is he just ringing?
No, he's ringing. He don't Skype. Come on. Although you can Skype on your phone. I mean,
Opus don't Skype.
Opus
no
don't
Skyping
Skype
for the Opus.
Oh shit.
Shit balls. Great balls of shit.
Great shit balls. Please wait.
Please hold. We are trying to reach Opus.
I'm calling him. Calling Opus now. Calling Opus now. Calling Opus now. Pick up
Opus
the phone
not
now.
picking up.
You have reached Opus. Dude, who do you think is calling you?
Hello?
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 Opus the dopest.
We've reached land.
What's up?
We have Opus.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What up?
What up, dude?
It doesn't sound
What's
like.
up this car? It's about to fucking hit you. Sorry. I'm like a nervous wreck now driving.
Are you driving and you're not? You're a passenger, I hope. Yes.
Yeah, I'm a passenger.
Okay, good. Because we'd just hang up and you could try your call again.
Yeah.
And if you need assistance,
Dude, trust me.
call the
paranoid freak, man.
Dude, first of all, I'm fucking glad to be able to fucking talk to you, bro.
Yes.
I
know, right?
I'm glad you are alive. I'm glad you are well. I'm truly sorry to see what happened to you this fucking weekend, man.
Yeah, it was pretty hairy, man. It was no joke, you know. I'm lucky to be alive, and I'm glad that things turned out the way they did. That show could have very well, coming up at Toads, could have very well been a memorial show for me, man.
Yeah, a memorial show instead of a fucking birthday bash. No shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy
It was
shit,
crazy,
man.
bro. Crazy. But that story's nuts, man. If you guys want me to talk about it, I'll be happy to reiterate it. It was pretty insane, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, sure. You know, we should fucking definitely talk. It's the most recent thing that has occurred, and I have it here.
My
as
near-death experience.
Yeah. Or best death experience as you posted.
Yeah, best death experience. So basically, Sunday, it was about 6 o'clock in the morning when I left Connecticut. I was heading to a movie shoot in New York. It was a mafia movie shoot where I actually had a role where I was speaking, and which I ended up not being able to do. I lost the role because of this whole thing, which really sucks. And I left my house. I was heading to New York, actually New Jersey, and I was in New York between exit 18 and 19 off 95 South, and everything was fine. You know, I wasn't on my phone. I was driving with my hands on the wheel, my seatbelt on. I was doing the speed limit, and the roads, you know, seemed fine. I knew it was cold out, but I didn't realize it was that cold. And it started drizzling rain, and you know, didn't think anything of it. Next thing I know, my car starts sliding like crazy, like out of control. And I'm like thinking to myself, okay, maybe I lost a tire, because, you know, I'm a pretty experienced driver. I drive all over the country. When I go on tour, I'm usually the driver, so I'm pretty good I know what the fuck I'm doing. And I didn't make any sudden moves, because I know that if you hit the brakes on you know, while you're sliding, you know, it could really cause some problems. You could flip or whatever. Or if you make any sudden jerk moves with your you know, when you're on the steering wheel or whatever, you never know what's going to happen. So I kind of just went with it, and I didn't hit the brakes, and I just kind of went with the sliding thing for a while. I knew I was going to hit something, but I didn't know what. And I was just hoping that I wasn't going to hit anybody or anything. So I just kind of went with it. Next thing I know, I'm going. I was in the middle lane. I'm going, sliding back and forth on this sheet of ice, black ice, and I railed the Jersey barrier on the left side of my car to the point where the airbags deployed, and the front end dropped, and both tires basically kicked out to each side. One tire popped on the right side, and it kind of pushed me back out into the middle of the highway. At that point, I was like, okay, I'm going to get T-boned here. I'm going to get nailed from behind. So I, like an idiot, I jumped out of the car. I could have got hit, which now in hindsight, I was like, I didn't, but thank God. But I jumped out of the car right away, and I jumped onto the barrier, like just sitting there. And I was like waving my arms, trying to slow people down. Adrenaline's going. You know, I was hurt. I didn't even feel it. And next thing I know, I'm hearing just crunch after crunch, like bam, bam, bam. One car after the other, just crunching. And 11 cars later, 11-car pileup on the highway. And not with me, though, but just with themselves. But I was the first one to kind of start sliding. So I hit the barrier, and I kind of like, everyone saw the car, so that's when they started slowing down, and that's when everyone started sliding and everyone started hitting each other. It was super scary, and if you ever experienced something like that in real life, it was like a whole another level of scariness. And I videotaped a lot of it. The way it went down was pretty wild, and the cops didn't come till hours later because they couldn't even get there because it was so bad. The ice was so bad. And the fire police came. They were the fire trucks were sliding around. They had to put chains on their trucks. They cleaned up the mess. They left. The ambulance came, took the critical people. Didn't even ask me or anyone that was like okay if we were all right, and just like left us there. So we're sitting on the side of the road with these fucked up cars, and we're like, okay, well, what now? And no one could come and rescue us because the AAA refused, the emergency service refused to give service because it was so icy. So even AAA wouldn't come. And so we're sitting there. So I had to call 911 hours later. We're like, dude, we're still sitting here. I'm in the freezing cold, and my car don't start. So I'm sitting here in the freezing cold. Could someone come and get us? So finally, when the ground heated up, the cops came. And the asshole cops, they actually put on all 11 cars on the report, excessive speed during bad weather conditions, because they don't want to blame the state for not standing the roads. No stand on the roads, nothing. It was the biggest fucked up shit I ever dealt with ever. And I have no car. My car's totaled, but I'm alive. I had to take a train ride home. The place that towed me wanted $75 a day to keep the car in the impound, and they wanted $25 for the police report. I had to pay $20 to take a train home. I mean, dude, it was just a really, really shit day.
Well, God damn it, Opus. I'm certainly glad. I mean, I'm sorry to hear that you had such a horrible fucking day, but dude, it could have been a hell of a lot worse.
Yes, and I'm able to play drums. I'm breathing. I get to see my family, and you know, everything. It could be a lot worse, you know.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
But
yeah, man.
But now I have to have a good time and play music for everybody in a week.
Yeah, man. And we're going to talk about that for sure, dude. I got to touch on some other quick things. Got to touch on Joe, dude. I got to do it. You know it's OFNR.
Yeah, man.
We got to talk about it, dude. Any word on Joe Morbidelli?
Joe is out. He's in a program 3 days a week, and he is recovering. Hopefully, only time will tell whether he will be back in the game and better. And we're rooting for him. We hope that he recuperates or gets better, recovers better sooner than later. His next court date is January 22nd. So we're hoping to hear good news after that date, but we don't know what's going on really yet. He has been in contact with us, but we don't know exactly the extent of what is going to happen. He'll go back to jail, if he's going to be in rehab, if he's not, if he's going to be on probation, if he's going to be able to leave the state or not leave the state. It kind of sucks because we really, want him to do it, but at the same time, it's like we can't wait and without not knowing, you know what I mean? So we have to have a fill-in guy for now, and it kind of sucks. I love the kid. He does a great job. Don't get me wrong. Leroy's amazing front guy, and he also sounds great. He's good at mimicking our style and our sound and learning our stuff. And he's a great front man. We know him. We played shows with him. His band Lethal Dose in New York State, but he lives 5 hours away, and his wife is about to have a baby any day now, and he's going out of his way to help us. And we have to. He did the last Jasta show for us, and we have to respect him as well as respect Joe, because Joe, is our guy too. So it kind of puts us in a rock and a hard place where we're at. So we'll see what happens with Joe, but only time will tell. It's really up to him whether or not he wants to do this or not, because he has to make himself better. We can't make him better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, bro. And
he's got to want to do it for himself too.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and at the same time, this guy is doing us a favor, and he's an awesome dude, and he comes all 5 hours away to play. I mean, I can't just be like, okay, well, you did us a favor, and now Joe's better, so screw you. So, I really have to see what time. We're not making any decisions for a long time. We're just going to kind of go with the flow. We're working on some new material. We have 12 new songs written and demoed, and we have a plan for the next album, and it's an amazing plan. I can't say anything yet because nothing is set in stone, but what we're doing is going to transcend anything, regardless of singers or anything. It's going to be really, really awesome idea, and we're really, really psyched about it. And like I said, only time will tell. He has to take care of himself. I told him, first and foremost, make sure you're okay before you worry about the band. He's so worried about the band. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to write. I don't want to be thrown out. I understand that, but we're not worried about that. We want you to be okay first and foremost, and then only time will tell. And the same thing with Leroy. Like, we can't. How long is someone who lives 5 hours away going to want to travel constantly back and forth to do this? I mean, I can see maybe for like a lot of bands do that, like big bands. Like a lot of our friends, like Jason Bittner, he's in New York. His band's in Arizona. They get together for tours. They practice, a couple of days before they tour. They go out, they do the tour, they come home. So I can see us. I can see him. He's already committed to. We just got booked on the 2 DRI shows in May, and he already committed to that. So he took time off for that, and he's going to do that. So he is committed. He's a great guy, but I just don't know what's going to happen in the future with him or with Joe or with the singer position. We're kind of just up in the air with it, going with the flow. And me, Joey, and Mike are solid. We've always been solid, and that's basically what the band's been running on as far as the band is concerned. I mean, if Joe played an instrument besides vocals, that'd be one thing, and the same thing with Leroy, but they don't. They're vocalists. They're frontmen. So not that we can just. That's why I don't want to just throw someone in that position and say he's a new guy, because it's not fair to anyone. It doesn't respect our history. It doesn't really. It's not the right thing to do.
Right.
So we're kind of just waiting to see when all the smoke clears and time goes by. Time heals everything.
Sure.
So we'll see in six months from now, a year from now, if Joe is still fucked up, then no, it's not going to work. If he's clean, sober, he's got his shit together, he's got money in his pocket, he's got a vehicle, he shows us that he cares about this, then we can reconsider it. But for now, we have to respect Leroy. Leroy put a lot of time in. He put a lot of energy into this. He drives 5 hours to practice, and I have to respect the dude. And he's a great frontman. He's like his strong point is being a frontman. He's a great frontman, and he learned all our stuff, and he mimics it like Joe did with the old DBW stuff. Joe came in and learned, Chesky and David stuff. Now Leroy came in and learned Joe stuff. So it's just an ongoing thing where we have, and the next singer is going to have to learn what the next project, what the next album.
It's an evolution,
like.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, that's the way the cookie crumbles, and we just got to see what happens, and the only time will tell. We love Joe. We want him to get better. We wish him all the best, and we don't want him to think that we're just abandoning him, because we're not.
Right.
It's just a matter of he has to know. We have to know that he's okay, because we can't have a liability in this project. We have to have someone who's reliable, who's going to show up, who's going to find his own way to practice, who's going to have money in his pocket to contribute to certain things, and yada yada yada. And anyone in the band understands what it takes to be in a band. And anyone who doesn't understand what I'm saying and just, is looking at it from a fan point of view, doesn't understand that this is a business, not just fun and games. It's fun. It has to be fun, but it's a business too.
I'm so glad that you said that, dude, because last week we were talking about it, and this week we've been carrying on this conversation. Indie 180 is, obviously myself, Brian from The Shape, and Joe, and we talk about the independent music business. And last week we were talking about some things that you could do for your band, treating it like a band, making the LLC, writing up formal contracts. What happens if? Can you tell us a little? I mean, dude, you are so well versed. A decade of this you've been doing, plus G Soul, plus all the other fucking projects you've been in. Dude, you can tell us a little bit about what bands can do maybe from the business end. I mean, we were talking about LLC, setting up an LLC. Is that a wise decision? Your thoughts on that?
What's that?
Setting up your band as like an LLC, like as an actual business.
Oh, absolutely. You should always have the deal. Should be amongst band members first and foremost before you go into any other entity. So let's say, like for us, for example, we have a indie deal with Air One Productions, Mike Z's label. Before we went into Air One, all the members in the band had to have a deal amongst each other. So we knew that if anything happened in the future, what everyone's portion was ahead of time. Because money kills everything. It kills brotherhood. Like, that's what happened with G Soul, basically. G Soul never did that. We were just like, we're a band, everything's cool, don't worry about it, it's equal. But then, when things started happening, and money started rolling in, and things started happening in a bigger fashion, then all of a sudden managers were like, well, who gets what? What's the percentages? And yada, yada, yada. And then everyone starts getting, that greedy look in their eyes, like, okay, well, wait a minute, that's not fair. I do this, I do that. Wait a minute, I booked the band, so I should be getting more than everyone else because they don't do shit. And, this, that, and why write all the lyrics? And so it should be the deal amongst the brothers should be done prior to any deal outside of the band. So the band internally should have contracts within each other. You feel what I'm saying?
Dude, absolutely. I'm totally 100. Dude, the legal brain in me is agreeing with you 100%, bro. Absolutely. I don't,
same page.
Because first of all, like I had akined it to divorce, and when you get with your partner initially, everything is great. Everybody's in love. Everything is fucking hunky dory. Everybody's, and then should you get divorced? I mean, later down the road, things change and people get bitter and people start,
oh yeah,
and then all of a sudden now you're looking at, a really bad situation. instead of thinking ahead of time, because at the end of the day, it really is a business. It's a business
Well,
decision.
band is like a marriage. It's like having like in our case, it's 4 guys, so it's like having 3 wives.
Oh yeah. Now what
3
about
bitchy wives?
Now what about being affiliated with like ASCAP or BMI or CSAC? I mean, is your stuff all
that stuff you should definitely belong to a music union. And matter of fact, people don't even realize that if you play out a lot, I make about $200 a year just from listing my shows on ASCAP. There's this thing called a rewards program. It's a ASCAP rewards program, and it takes about an hour or 2 to fill out, and you get about $100 an hour to do it. You get it once a year, and anyone that plays a lot of shows, they do it to honor. They do it to honor like indie artists that don't really make a lot of money from like radio, because there's not really a way of a lot of artists to make money. So what they do is there's this program where you could list your shows and you get paid just for playing shows. It's called the ASCAP Plus Awards, and I belong to ASCAP, and all my stuff is on ASCAP, and it's basically it's like a union. It's like if you're a carpenter, you belong to the carpenter union, you get taken care of. And it's the same thing with music. It's really hard to understand how it all works, but if you go to ASCAP.com and you look it up, there's a lot of other ones too besides ASCAP, like BMI, like you said, CSAC, yada yada. But I've been with ASCAP forever, and I've just got my first check this year about 2 weeks ago. It was like $100 and something for some airplay in 2014, and I'm going to be filling out my awards program in the next 2 weeks because I play out all the time. So,
well, shit, dude,
it's definitely a good thing to do. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of working musicians don't understand how to do it or what it is.
Yeah, man, we pay our royalties obviously to ASCAP and BMI and CSAC here at OFNR, which is why I know a little bit about each one. So you're getting, anytime we play some DB dubs or some of your solo stuff, dude, you're getting a couple pennies from us too.
Oh, awesome.
So for every half cent, just put it in the bank. Don't spend it all at once.
No. It adds up. I'll get $1 soon.
Yeah. Then what will you do? You can make 4 phone calls.
Exactly.
Park in the park.
But yeah, so that's pretty much how it works. And there's a lot of other stuff too. I mean, obviously, if you're booking shows, nowadays, I mean, with me, I know a lot of the promoters know me, so I just kind of do like handshake deals. But when you're new and you're not respected yet, or whatever, you should always have some sort of paper or formal email agreement, because a lot of people get fucked in this business. It's a shitty business, and you need to have protection stating what the deal is, so that way you could, if worst comes to worst, you could bust it out at the end of the night and show them, like, listen, this is what you told me you were going to do. And a lot of times they still fuck you, but at least you could make them look like assholes.
Sure.
Yeah, I know that one well.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I mean, I think it's, dude, you've been doing this Dead by Wednesday now. This will be your 10-year anniversary, a decade of fucking destruction, yes? Yes,
it's our 10th year anniversary that we're playing Toad's Place, and we started in 2005, and we're pretty psyched. We're going to be doing a bunch of the. It sucks that we don't. We can't pretend the 10th year we can't have Joey there, but we're still going to be doing a lot of the new material. Leroy's basically doing all of Joe's stuff. We're doing stuff off of Death of the Rockstar. And then we're going to have my cousin, which is literally the original singer, David Ramos, not Chesky. His brother, David, which is my other cousin, he was the original singer of Death by Wednesday before Chesky even got involved. He's going to be coming up. We're going to be doing a few of the old songs from the really old albums that no one's heard since 2000, early 2000. So we'll be doing some of the old stuff, some of the new stuff, and giving you guys the best show we can. With what we got. But I mean, like I said, Mike and Joey and I are like a solid rock. I mean, we play anywhere, and even if there wasn't a vocalist, we'd get some asses moving. So,
fuck yeah! Come on.
With Leroy and with David, it's going to be great. And we're going to still fucking kick ass and put on a great show. We did it at the Waterfront with Josta, and we'll do it in our hometown with Josta, and it'll still be great.
Look,
and we're gonna see what happens. Like I said, it's not out of the question, about Joe, but it's really his call on how he handles things.
Sure.
It's not really up to us,
Yeah, absolutely. So moving forward, let's talk about your solo project a little bit. I mean, obviously, besides doing the Dead by Wednesday stuff, I mean, you're just a fucking musician, man. You really love doing music. Anybody who knows you fucking knows that. And you're so involved in the scene, not just here in Connecticut, but you've been on tour and shit. Tell us a little bit more about the solo project thing, though. I know you got a lot of things going on. You were gonna come do some solo stuff for us, but
sorry, I'm driving. Watch out! Let the cop go. I'm sorry, dude. I'm almost got an accident again.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
crazy, man.
No more traveling for you.
I know. It's nuts. It's nuts. Anyway, so as far as the acoustic stuff goes, I basically haven't announced it yet, but it's confirmed. I'm doing a month-long tour in May, and I'm on a pretty awesome tour. The Sean Danielson, the singer of Smile Empty Soul, is going out and doing a solo acoustic tour, and they have me on the entire run. So I'm playing 6 nights a week for the entire month of May, first time ever, and I'm going to be supporting my new solo acoustic album and playing solo every night. I don't even know if my voice can hold up because I've never tried it for that long, but I'm pretty psyched. They just put me on the entire tour. I haven't announced it yet. You hear it here first on OFNR, and we're going to be announcing the date soon, but it's basically the whole entire U.S., 6 nights a week for the whole month of May, opening for Sean Danielson acoustic from Smile Empty Soul.
Fucking A, right? That's
awesome, dude. Congrats.
That's badass.
Thanks, man. And then Dead by Wednesday also has a tour in the works. I can't announce what or who it is with yet. It's happening, but we're not sure when. Whoever it is might be the next headliner for this year's Axe Fest. If that goes down, we're already kind of planning it and working it out. And what we might do is the same thing that we did last year with Shadows Fall, where Axe Fest will be like the kickoff of the tour, and then we go and we do the whole tour with this band, and kick it off with you Connecticut crazy fuckers, and we'll get you guys on it, and the Shape and a bunch of other bands that I sort of owe a favor to. I want to get Jesse's band there, Composing the Apocalypse. I want to get those guys on a show. I want to get a few other bands that I sort of promised this show and I couldn't do onto like the summer gig and really make it a big deal,
Oh yeah, well, dude, I mean, it's stacked like a fucking brick shithouse, dude. It's gonna be an insane time.
It is. It's almost two-packed. I mean, I know that there was some, talk of the little drama here and there about how bills are too big, and I agree. I hate fucking playing with that many bands. But I also, you can't make everyone happy all the time, and that's something that I realize, again, in this business, you don't put certain bands on, and those bands get upset that you don't put them on. And then you put too many bands on, and then all of a sudden now it's too many bands on the bill, and people get upset that there's too many bands on the bill. So it's like, I wanted to have fun, and that's what it's supposed to be about. I wanted to have fun for my birthday. I didn't want to have to work too hard and organize. So that's why I hired my bro, John True. I respect John True. He's done nothing but good things for me. He's helped me more than anybody in this scene around here, besides a few others like Mike Z and Josta and a few other people. So I respect John, and I have to stick by what he says and what he does and his policies and stuff like that. And that's why I hired him. So I didn't have to deal with a lot of the stuff, so I could actually kick back, have fun, just play my drums and relax. And it's really not. It's kind of like to the point where I just realized that you have to just do what you do, and people aren't happy. Not everyone's going to be happy. Some people will be happy, and some people won't be happy. But I just wanted to have all my friends together in one room and just basically having a good time. And that's kind of why I did it with those many bands. There's got to be a band that goes on first. There's got to be a band that goes on last. There's got to be bands that play upstairs. Not everyone's going to be psyched about their slots. But, dude, there's got to be bands that do everything. Now, all I can say is this. Anyone that knows me, anyone that knows John, you grin and bear it, you do your slot with a smile, and you kick ass, because no slot's going to suck at all, whether you're upstairs, downstairs, first, second, last. Then if you do it and you with a smile and you have fun and you kick ass and don't cause any drama or complain, we're going to hook you up. We're going to give you better slots. We're going to make you guys, I'm speaking to the masses right now in case they're listening. We're gonna make you guys happy, whether it's in the summer show or a different bill, maybe DRI, maybe some other show. If you feel like you're not getting the best situation at this show, you will get it made up to you. And that's all I can say. 'Cause someone has to play first, someone has to play last, and some bands got to play upstairs. And that's all there is to it. And otherwise, why am I even bothering? I might as well just put 3 bands on the bill, Dead by Wednesday, Josta, and one other band, and call it a night. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. Can't make everybody happy, man.
Nope.
Oh, shizzle. Mine is.
But yeah, so that gig is coming up soon, next week, right? Next Friday.
Yeah, next Friday, man. It's right around the corner.
Next Friday, January 30th, Toad's Place, 300 York Street. It's my birthday bash. It's gonna be sick. We got how many bands? Probably I think it's 12 or something. 12 bands.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
All ages, 2 stages. Starts at 6 o'clock. Doors are at 6. First band's out at 6:30.
All ages.
And we're going to be going. We're going to be going back and forth from the lily pad room to down main room, lily pad room, down main room, until about 10:30, and then the lily pad's going to be shut off, and we're going to be doing just the main room from 10:30 on for the rest of the night. At the end of the night, I'm going to be doing after Josta a little tribute jam with Earth and Alcoholica. We're not going to be doing full sets. We're going to do Earth put together this incredible medley. It's literally 10 Sabbath songs put together in 15 minutes. 10 different parts, 10 different songs put together in 15 minutes, all Black Sabbath stuff. And then Alcoholic is going to close the night out with 3 or 4 tunes, singing back line, just everyone get up. And that's what I mean. I want to have more of a party vibe. Everyone just get up, jam, have a good time. We're all one big family. We all play together. I mean, Pat plays with Josta, Charlie and Pat play with Alcoholica, and Ron plays with me, and then he also, so it's just a big smorgasbord of musicians that I've been working with for years. So
that's cool, man.
Yeah, and I mean that's why to me, obviously I've got nothing but respect for you because of all these things, dude. You know about touring, you know about the reality. Sometimes the reality, affects people differently. The reality is, it is a kind of a business at the end of the day, unless, like Joe, you were saying earlier, you'd rather just do it for fun. There's 2 sides to this, but I mean, to be able to go out on tour, to be able to, Shadows Fall and all these things, dude, you got to do it as a business, because otherwise, how the fuck are you gonna do it? You got a kid.
Exactly. I mean,
you got a kid to feed, man. I mean,
Yep. That's why I'm doing that solo tour. It's I'm putting bread. I love doing it. It's easy. I'm by myself. I could drive my car. I have hardly any gear, and the money goes in my pocket, and I can put food on the table for my family. You know what I mean? With the band, I have to take care of 3 other guys, and then when there's liabilities like missing sold out shows or things like that, not being able to play a show because you're not around because you're got in trouble or something, those are things that affect the business, and I can't have that happen anymore. So that's basically what it comes down to. And people are fans are what the hell? It's not the same. Well, it's not the same if someone doesn't show up either. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I mean, if we, like I was saying, when we get to that echelon of where we're doing the big tours and stuff, then it's a different story. You got to protect yourself. But for us right now, it's, we're having fun with it. We're doing, our thing. We're, growing every year, and, our stuff's getting out there, but we're just, we're not at that level yet where we need to be in that business mode. But the first opportunity we see where we need to be in that business mode, obviously we'll do it.
Right, yeah, game on.
Because you're going to protect yourself,
Yeah,
there's no doubt.
Yeah, you got it. You guys can do it if you really want to, man. It's not. It's just a matter of just forging. I mean, honestly, like it took like a long time to get to that point. I mean, any band that thinks it's an overnight thing is ridiculous, especially trying to make money and make a living doing it. Like,
yeah, man.
That's why 10 years is a big landmark for us. It's like most bands can't stay together for 10 years. Gargantua Soul didn't. My band before that didn't. 10 years is a big deal, and that's when things start actually happening. You start becoming a household name. People, even if they don't know you, they heard of the band name. It's like you start getting offers for tours. It's just because it's development. It's like Metallica. They didn't just have overnight. They toured for years and years and years and years underground with no radio support and nothing until it just was. People had no choice but to recognize who they were.
Right. We're heading into our 8th year now, and I mean it's the last, I'll say 3.5 years, 4 years. It's really been picking up steam. So we're just taking it.
Absolutely.
When we know when we have to make that move, we're gonna make that move. But right now we're just having fun, drinking beer, playing metal.
And that's fine. That's fine too. We have. Believe me, if it wasn't fun, I wouldn't do it. So we have fun too. But it's a matter of that. It's a matter of fun being number one, but also being secondary to what you have to do to put on a good show and business. Like in the '80s, maybe it was like sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Well, a lot of bands. You'd be surprised how many big bands that you guys probably love, but they have no drinking rules on tour. They have no drinking rules. No drinking until after the show or when you get home.
Right.
And you'd be surprised because it's whether people believe it or not, it affects your playing. It does affect your playing, and some people may not think so, and some people can do it. Like I could drum stoned, but I can't drum drunk. Like I lose my coordination.
Yeah, I can't play stoned.
Anyone that says, but when we start messing with heavy drugs, like hard drugs and shit like that, it definitely affects you. I mean, even big bands, like people like Alice in Chains, like they got huge, but look what happened. The fucking guy died. You know what I mean? Same thing with Kurt Cobain. Same thing with a lot of bands. They die. That's the end. The end result is either jail or death.
Yep. It unfortunately, you gotta keep that business head about yourself, like you said, and you gotta protect yourself. But I mean, you guys are out and about rolling like mad dogs now. So.
Oh yeah, dude, you gotta tell us like tour, dude. What's that like to be out on? Because I know nothing. I'm a dude in a radio station.
People think it's so glamorous, but it's actually fucking hard, man. Like when you're 17, maybe 16, 18, you're crushed up in a car. You're not sleeping right. You're not eating right. You're not working out every day like you used to do at home, and you're lost. The best part about it is playing in front of new people every night. You're playing in front of people. You're doing your thing. That's the best part. Everything else, people think it's like this glamorous lifestyle. Like I've slept on floors with like shit on it, and like I didn't eat for like days, and it's pretty grueling, man. It's not like it's like super fucking fun. It's like driving for hours and hours and hours on end. It's tough, man. It's not an old guy's game. It's a young guy's game. The older you get, the harder it is, and that's why you hear people that are like older guys that do it, like who knows, the Lamb of God guys, or even people that I know that are like in their late 40s, 50s that are doing it. They're like they sound like bitches. Oh, I want this, I want that. It's because they want to be comfortable so they can perform properly. Yeah, they might want a hotel. They might want a little stinking hotel room and a nice little veggie platter because they want to fucking eat healthy, not eat McDonald's and sleep on a fucking ground, a cold ground. Because how are they going to perform the next day, dude? You know what I mean?
But if you're starting off, man, that ground is your best friend.
Yeah, people don't understand. I mean, it's not glamorous. I'll tell you that much. It's definitely, you have to love what you do. It's either in your blood or it's not. Like I love doing it, so that's why I do it. If I didn't, trust me, it's a lot easier to sit home on my couch and fucking watch TV and smoke pot and eat chips. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, man.
So,
and of course, I mean, now being a dad too's got to weigh on whether or not you're what type of tour and getting it all settled and figuring it all out.
absolutely, it has to be worthwhile now, or else I won't do it. Because honestly, like even that month tour in May, like I'm gonna be bumming. I'm gonna be away from my son and my, I'm not gonna see my kid for a month, and that has to be worthwhile to me. Otherwise, it's not gonna. Why would I want to do that? I can't. It's different, now it's a lot different now.
Yeah, you're not going out because it's fun. I mean, yes, it's fun.
No, I'm going out because it's fun, but I'm also going out because I want to develop this acoustic thing, and I want to also make a little money in my pocket, and it's a whole new avenue. I'm playing in front of a guy who, Bottom of a Bottle was a huge hit all over the country and the world, and it has millions of views, and the guy, is on Atlantic Records. So, I mean, I'm playing in front of a whole new audience that might not have ever heard or cared who the hell I am. Or Dead by Wednesday at that fact.
Well, look, I mean, it's all relative. I mean, dude, you've got the ability, the talent to play both acoustic and do the drums and, do the music thing. And, dude, I fucking applaud the shit out of that. I think it's awesome.
Thank you, brother.
You're the hardest working motherfucker I know.
One of. There's a lot of them out there. I know a lot of them.
I mean, most people, some people say, oh, man, he's a real whore. He's always whoring out this or whoring out that. It's like, well, yeah, he's working, motherfucker.
There's nothing wrong with being a whore.
They can suck my balls. That's what they can do.
Suck my...
Those people that say that stuff, they don't understand what it takes to make it in the music business. That's why they say stuff like that.
Hey, man, you've never been nothing but cool to me, so...
Right on, bro.
So obviously everybody should fucking go out to this fucking show, dude. It is going to be, one of those shows. You're not going to want to be that guy that's like, oh, man, fuck.
Yeah, man, rub it in.
I missed it, like I'm Joe Stagger. Hello, yes, I'm Joe Stagger.
It's funny, though, because when you say that stuff, like the whore comment, it's like anyone that is in would probably do the same thing that was in my position. They just don't have the balls to admit it.
Well, yeah, dude, and the thing is, it's what is it, W.C. Fields or whatever his name was? Dude, he was a shameless self-promoter. That was how you. That's how you promoted back then. You just,
Why the fuck wouldn't you promote the projects that you're in if you want them to be successful as much as you possibly can?
Exactly.
Exactly. I used to, honestly, I come from the day where there was no social media or internet, and I would have to go out on foot and hang flyers up all over the fucking place and go to shows and hand them out to people. And that's how I got any sort of name or recognition at all. And now it's carried out through years and years of hard work. So like people that fucking he's still doing that birthday bash. Yeah, motherfucker, I'm still doing it because I developed it since 1990. And now I tried to change the name and Toads wouldn't let me. They're like, oh no. We're keeping it Opus's birthday bash. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, so they're like, that's a title now. We don't want you to do that.
Yeah, it's a brand, exactly, man.
So I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do?
Well, it's interesting. It's interesting you bring up a topic of old school days and building your name by personal communications. We were talking about this earlier. Matt from Eyes of the Dead had said, this place, referring to Facebook, is a useful tool to build something, but like a house, it requires more than just one tool. And goes on to say, obviously that social media is not the end-all, be-all. And we were talking about, how important is that for you to have a strong, actual, like, one-to-one relationship with the people that you work with?
It's super important. It's like, it's more important than social media. Social media, absolutely. Like half those invites on there, like, what was it, like 330-something people? I bet you only, like, half those people that say they're going are going to go. It's going to be the diehards that have been going for the last 10 years that aren't even internet savvy that are going to be there supporting the show because they've been going for the last 10 years. And the maybes and the ones that don't even look at the fucking invites that are going to show up. It's, and it's also about knowing fans and talking to your fans and giving them something to hang on the refrigerator. And, you know, the mailing system I used to do, it cost me $1,000 every month, $1,000 a month just to mail the shit out, was so effective because people got tangible items in their hands, and they would look at it and they would read it and they would put it on their refrigerator and they would remember the show dates. Now, so many invites come and go. It's all digital and all this bullshit that it's just like, you know, it's all fake. A lot of it's fake.
Well,
yeah, I mean, dude, I think you stumbled on a lot of different things here. There's a lot of ways we can go. I'm in agreement. I mean, look, we've all seen, you know, when you do shows or events and you see, you know, lists of people that are going, and then you go to the event and it's like, you know, where are all those people that said they were going? It's kind of, I mean, we've been talking last couple weeks now. I mean, has music changed as far as importance to people, do you think?
You know, in America, yeah. In Europe, they still treat it like it's 1989, you know, 1988 or whatever.
It's the gold standard
but
still.
In America, there's so much going on. You know, everyone has like OCD and ADD, and it's just like things come and go. They can just watch a show in the YouTube, and then if it doesn't sound good, they just write the band off without even realizing that, you know, maybe it was a bad night or bad sound guy or just in general. It's like, it just seems like, you know, songs that used to be 7 minutes long, 5 minutes long. Now, if it's more than 3.5 minutes, no one cares, or even less than that. And it's just very fast paced, and everything's oversaturated, and there's too many bands, too many people that think they're rock stars and think that they're in it just because they're in a band or they can play an instrument somewhat, that they're going to be in a band and they're going to be successful. The days of those super groups like Led Zeppelin, Sabbath, stuff like that, they're done. They're not. You never see one of those again. You're never going to see Metallica again. You're never going, unless the industry changes in some fashion that's beyond even fathomable what I think, and then towards towards the musician, like for the musician, then you'll never see that again. It'll be, you know, people like us, working musicians that have fans that keep them alive, like Slayer, like Hatebreed, that just have the same amount of fans that buy the same amount of albums over and over and over again, that keep them alive, and then you can go out and tour and sell a shirt or two to your fans and stay above the water. But as far as supergroups, no. As far as like, you know, what's going on, it's too much and too fast, and there's too many.
What's your thoughts on the fact that 2014 was the first year ever that there was only one platinum record?
There you go. That's just proof of what I'm saying.
Isn't that crazy though, man? Doesn't that blow your mind?
And I bet you that platinum record was bought by the label.
Well, yeah.
I bet you they bought I bet you it was like some. I don't know who it was. It was probably on a major label, and they probably bought most of the albums themselves.
Right. It was Taylor Swift, by the way.
Guarantee it.
Yeah. Well, just a microcosm of what's going on. You know, like you know, Opus was saying, the flooded market. Everybody's a freaking singer or a band. You know, it's horrible. Everywhere you look, they got something new coming out, and it you know, something to grab the little kids.
Everyone's a producer. Everyone's a hip hop beat maker. Everyone got Pro Tools at their house, so they think they can record, and they're good at what they do. And 90% of it is garbage.
Yeah, no effort, no passion. Just put it out there, and then all of a sudden, it's on like the radio.
Yeah, because somebody's commenting about how bad it is, and then suddenly it's got like the William Hung effect.
Yeah,
where it's so bad, you got to hear it. Like, oh, dude, you got to hear this. Look how bad this is. Meanwhile, they're getting hits. Yeah. Meanwhile, they're getting hits. You know.
Yeah, but those hits are generating money, and then all of a sudden,
that's what I'm saying.
That's
why I think
love with the cool, and there you go.
That's why I think you just got to be passionate with what you do. If you believe in yourself, and if you really do have talent, you don't care about what people think, and you just kind of like, it's either in your blood or not. And it's like, right now I have nothing else, so I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I can't go backwards and, you know, go back in time and, you know, flip burgers or go back, you know, and do something different with my life. This is the cards that I've been dealt. and so all the fake fucks get the fuck out of my way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
man. Fuck yeah.
Gotta make the most of what you got.
Well, yeah, man. There's so little time, It's a very evolving industry as we've been coming to find out. I mean, all around the globe, it seems it's not much different. I mean, yeah, sure, Europe might be a little different as far as the, it's not so. Here, it seems like it's just phew.
Well, it's because you have the one-hit wonders are like off the charts these days.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. I mean, look, there was a study, I forget who had done it, but it was like people listen to 30 seconds and then are off to the next track already. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, that's what that's what radio's all about. That's why that's the whole concept between PLR. That's why they have the same 30 songs over and over and over again, because they say, which doesn't make sense to me, but they say people want to hear what they know. So, they put on Crazy Train, 10 times in one day, and, you're going to hear it, and people are going to be like, oh, Crazy Train, they know it, so they listen to it.
Yeah.
Stairway to Heaven, or some crap like that.
Right.
It's just
not that it's crap. I love that stuff, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Speaking of crap, dude, if Joe and Brian, who I think might be asleep.
Oh, I am not asleep at all. I was listening intently, brother.
I'm here. If we were to give you an MP3 player, bro, and you had it for a month, and you can't delete anything on it, you give it back to us, what guilty pleasures, what things might we find on there that, you'd be rocking to, might not be in the normal, for a metal drummer? What kind of stuff are we going to find on there?
Docket.
Oh.
Please tell me you have Dream Warriors.
I have more. Yeah, you want more?
Yeah.
Sure.
Cat Stevens.
There you go. I like some Cat Stevens.
I would be guilty about Cat Stevens.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But
what are some of my guilty pleasures musically that you know of? Can you remember anything? I know there's some new wave shit that I like. I like some new wave shit what the hell is that band? Not Depeche Mode. There's I think the Flock of Seagulls, maybe.
Okay.
And I run.
Ain't no wrong with Flock of Seagulls.
Is that one? Maybe no, Devo. Maybe Devo.
Maybe it was
Devo. Devo's cool.
Yeah, it's all music from our youth too, man.
See, that's the thing. It's so weird because, I know growing up, and dude, I'm now 36. I know growing up, buying records was a big deal back when I was when I was younger, man. It was a big deal.
Who else I think I would listen to that? I mean, there's really not, I don't know, there's really not much trying to think of anything that I would be like, oh man, I can't believe I like that. I kind of I defend everything that I kind of like, even people think I'm crazy because I listen to Slayer and then I'll put in the Grateful Dead. They're like, what the fuck are you doing?
What about? What about pop stuff? Any good pop stuff that you got on there that maybe?
The Bangles.
I'm not a huge pop guy, man. I'm not a huge pop guy. It's one style that I'm not really into because the main reason is I respect anything or anyone that actually plays their instruments. I like anything, any style when their people aren't lip syncing and is not totally corporate and not totally commercial. It could be commercial, but not to the point where they're literally lip syncing and they're not playing their instrument. You have to play for me to respect your music, you got to be able to play your instrument. So they might not be necessarily the best band or the best style in the world, but if they're playing their instrument, I respect them. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Because half these people that we get force-fed nowadays don't even play their instrument.
Yeah, it's all...
Or write the song. Or write the songs.
Oh, yeah, or write the songs, or really sing the way they sing. They've been auto-tuned to hell.
Yeah. So basically that's pop. Everything else, I'm not a huge country guy, but I respect some country, old school, more southern rock than country. I like southern rock. I like new wave. I like some hippie stuff. But I'm a metalhead first and foremost. Always been, always will be. That's my main deal. I've always, I've played in thrash metal and punk since I was 13 years old. So that's my main thing. But I appreciate just rock, classic rock, and anything that is like, real, basically.
Yeah, I hear that, dude. I mean, there's so much music out there that's dope that people are like, fuck this, fuck that. You can't be so close-minded. There's so much good stuff out there, man.
Absolutely, and I think you learn something from others. You learn stuff from other people when you listen to it. Like I love my drumming style comes from a plethora of different people that aren't metal. I mean, some are, like Dave Lombardo. I love his style, so I take a little bit from him. I took some of my showmanship from Tommy Lee. I take some of my finesse from Stuart Copeland from The Police. I mean, The Police are one of my favorite bands in the universe, and they're not metal. Some of my groove and some of my pocket I take from John Bottom from Zeppelin. So these are things that bands that aren't necessarily metal, but they, you can learn something from them, and that's really important I think for any well-rounded musician is to take different aspects of different things that, whether you love it or not, and understand that you can learn from these people.
Absolutely.
I'm so glad you said that, man. I think in the exact same way, dude.
Absolutely.
The other thing I think that should be discussed quickly is, Brian, you along with the Legion of Doom there, Eric, and Postdemic there, talking about doing positive reinforcement of the scene and talking only about the positive things and not so much focusing on the negative things.
Absolutely.
Opus, I mean, I think you can attest to this sort of mentality. Like, if we focus more on the positive things to gain attention for the scene and the great bands and the great metal that is here, and god damn it, there's some goddamn great metal in this state, then I think
Connecticut is one of the most underrated music scenes around, and it's because it's between two major cities, so we get looked over, Boston and New York City. And let me tell you something. I've been trying for years and years and years and years, and it just seems like the problem is, and it's not a negative thing. People thought, when I said this the other day, people think it's a negative thing. It's whether everyone wants to be the dude, the rock star, and I don't blame them. Like, of course, I want to be the guy. Everyone wants to be the guy. It's not about that one person. It's about everyone together making it. That's why I did a festival-style show. Yes, my name is on it, but it's not about me anymore. My birthday came and went already. My birthday is January 5th. It's not January 30th. It's not about me. It's about the title of the show. It's about having a fucking show that everyone can play on and fucking rock in front of a lot of people that I worked hard to develop for years. And that's what people are missing the point. Everyone's like, it's about you. It's about you. It's not about me, man. You know what I mean? And everyone seems to miss that point, that it's not about individuals. You know what I mean? And it's about the band, the whole network. And it's not just Connecticut. See, that's another problem a lot of bands don't realize. That when they start pigeonholing themselves in the Connecticut scene, then you just become a Connecticut local band. Like, I'm talking about music scene as a whole everywhere, not just in Connecticut. Because those Seattle bands that blew up didn't think of themselves as just Seattle local music scene. They thought of themselves Seattle breaking out for the whole world. And that's kind of what Connecticut has to think like. They have to put their minds on a bigger statue, not just in this small ass state.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. But you got to get yourself out there, and like you said, you can't pigeonhole yourself.
Yeah, I mean, Unifying Connecticut's great, but how long has that been going on for? I mean, literally, there was a lot of scenes back in the day that were huge. I mean, Blind Justice and Mighty Purple and Quest of the Moonbreed and all these bands that made a huge scene back in the day, a big mark. And what happened? It got overlooked again and again and again because they kept it in Connecticut. you guys gotta break yourself out of this area and keep doing it and letting people know you're from Connecticut, like Hatebreed does, like other bands that have done it in the past from Massachusetts, Kill Switch, Shadows Fall. I can list the names go on and on and on, but
be proud where you're from, but don't stay where you're from.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You could say. I mean, that's the whole point. It's like, and then you say like in interviews, there's a great scene there. I'm from Connecticut. I'm proud of it, and there's a great scene there. There's a lot of great bands. I do it all the time. That's people don't understand. Like I totally promote Connecticut. I don't say that we're from fucking New Haven, Connecticut, and we're proud of it.
Yeah, I mean, shit. When I, being the outsider from you three Connecticut guys, when I got introduced to the Connecticut scene, I was just blown away. There was just like one great band after another, and I was like, man, just it just didn't end. You guys just have just such a vast amount of just killer bands from top to bottom.
And it's a spectrum of ridiculousness, like from the most brutal shit to most intricate shit. There's, there's so many. God damn it.
We're trying to get that back here in Jersey, where you have that, vastness of music.
And that vastness can be seen on the 30th at Toe's Place, Opus's birthday Blizzard Bash Palooza.
Again, sorry I can't make it.
Everybody should check it out. I love to throw the shameless plugs in there just to like totally break your chain of thought, Joe.
Thank you, dickhead.
But I really appreciate you guys taking the time to helping me promote it and all that good stuff. And
well, man, look, I know I got nothing but love.
Keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep putting your part in. Keep doing what you're doing and doing your part, and that's all you can do, man.
That's it. I try to help as best as I can. I'm only one man. I mean, who am I really at the end of the day? I'm just like you, trying to make a brand for myself. And I appreciate when people see that I'm out there, just to help and support. And I truly fucking mean that shit, man. You're good fucking people. And a lot of people don't really see that side of you, don't get a chance to see that side of you. And
whatever, man. It half the time, it's not even because of any reason. It's just out of some sort of weird animosity. Maybe I didn't put them on a show a couple of years ago, or I banged their girlfriend or their mom like in 1992 or something.
That was you?
Who knows?
Damn it, dude.
But
what?
You know what? But it doesn't matter. None of that matters. What matters is if you're passionate about what you do, people will see it and have followers, and you will have fans. And I am very proud of what I do, and I have a lot of people that respect me and vice versa, and I respect them. And I mean, I have people coming from California. I have this guy Jim flying from California, literally to see the show because he's never seen Dead by Wednesday, and he got a birthday present. His girl got him a birthday present, a flight to Toe's Place. I got a dude from, I think it was Indiana or I forgot exactly where. Maybe it was like Iowa or somewhere. He's flying out. I have more people that love and respect what I do out of Connecticut than in Connecticut, it seems. And that's fine. I like that. I think that, I've done my work here. It's a small market. I love Connecticut. I love my fans in Connecticut. But it's like what do they call that? The big fish in a small pond syndrome. You gotta break out, and when you do, you see that it makes a huge difference in everything because you make your mark everywhere else, and then it comes back home with you. You know what I mean?
Right, and now there's a buzz the next time you play a hometown show. They go, look at all the shit that they got, all the crazy shit that they did outside of our fucking hometown. Now we gotta top all those motherfuckers and show them how it's done.
Exactly, and I love that. That's I want people to be, it's positive. What's the word when you kind of like?
It's positive competition, man. It's
positive competition. Exactly. It's not a negative thing. It's not a working against each other. It's just like pushing. Oh shit, these guys are. I gotta step up on my game because these guys are pumping it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's like having somebody work out with you. A spot buddy who's like constantly pushing you to go that one extra rep because.
I know there's bands out there that fucking technically blow us away as far as musicianship goes, but that's not what it's about, man. for me, like even like today, like I saw an article from Vinnie Paul about blast beats. I don't know if you saw that on my page, dude.
Yeah.
Like I love blast beats, but are they gonna make anyone money? No. You know what makes money? Dun, 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 that riff over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? That's what girls are gonna dance their ass off to. And when girls show up, guess what? Guys show up. And blast beats ain't gonna do that. And I love metal, and I love extreme metal too, to a certain extent. But at the same time, reality of it is, if you're looking to do this for a business, you gotta somewhat understand what is gonna actually attract people in the masses. If that's what you want. If you want to be an underground, technically savvy, amazingly talented band that has a small following everywhere in the country, like some bands that I respect in the past, then that's fine. But know that that's what's going to happen. You're not going to break outside of that small market that you're going to gain, and that's it. If you want, so that's another aspect of this whole thing too. People miss completely.
How many hours?
Choruses. Choruses, hooks, something that you can remember.
Yeah.
That's another thing. When you leave a band, do you remember what they sang? Do you remember a song? That's important, because if you don't, then what the fuck are they doing it for? Because they can play their instruments really good, really fast, and really cool. All right, well that's cool. But a year from now, there's going to be a kid half your age that plays better and faster than you anyway. So what's the point? Write a good song.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah, it's fucking. It really comes down, and that's the brutal truth. And a lot of times people don't want to hear it. I love it. I think it's honest and straightforward. I mean, you got to work, man. It's nothing's handed to you, man. And you've been doing it a long motherfucking time, and I applaud that. And I applaud what you do, man.
Thank you, guys.
And
you guys as well.
You know that. I mean, dude, we go back since '09. I remember meeting Joe and you guys at the Live Now Festival outside in Norwalk.
Yep.
Calf Pasture. And fucking, since then, dude, I've been following you guys and, covering when I can. And I think it's fucking awesome, man. A decade, dude. That's a long fucking time, to be doing any project,
Most gotta get back down here to Jersey, man.
I can't wait to unleash the news on what we're working on next too, man. As far as the new album, how we're doing it, and it's gonna be insane, dude. Like I have to bite my tongue. That's part of this business too, is learning when to promote and when not to promote.
Look, man, I think you got hurt enough in the car accident. You don't need to be biting your tongue.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I did. But I'm gonna. I'm driving around because I don't want my son to cry, because he cries when I park.
Gotcha.
So we're gonna head back home. So because I have no service where I was, and I want to make sure I had service to do this interview.
Well, thank you so much, man. I don't want to keep you any longer anyway. I know you got the babes. So Orion, rock and roll.
Absolutely.
Gonna play some music, of course, from DB Dubs. Make sure you get that extra penny from me.
Yeah, thanks, bro. All right.
What about some
everybody?
What about some
in a couple weeks or next week, or whatever the hell it is, the 30th, and all that good stuff, man.
What about playing something from your solo stuff? What would you want me to play, man?
Do you have the new song "Here to Stay"?
Let's see.
It's not on the album.
Oh, it's not on the album. I don't have it. No.
Okay, it's online. It's on my Bandcamp page, but it's this way. But if not, just play something off the solo album. I think I sent it to you.
All right, cool. Yeah, I got that. Word. All right, man.
Whatever you want to play is cool with me, bro. It's all good.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, dude, it's always a
Whatever
pleasure.
you like.
Always a pleasure catching up with you, my friend. Sincerely, I really mean that.
No, absolutely, brother.
And I look forward to the 30th. I'm definitely going to come out and have a good time and rock out. And I
can't wait. And we'll definitely get something going with Stagger and The Shape and all you guys in the near future, man.
Yeah, man. Definitely love to get play with you guys again. That was a good time.
Always
absolutely.
All right, man.
All right, brother. Be good. Thanks a lot, man.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Opus.
it.
All right, have a good night. Thank you, guys.
Later, man.
Night.
Later. Bye-bye.
There you go. Opus the Dopest from Dead by Motherfucking Wednesday. You can see them on the 30th in 10 days. In 10 days. One show, 15,000 bands. The Opus Palooza Birthday Bash-a-Palooza.
10th anniversary.
10th anniversary.
1 million bands.
More numbers and shit.
Right now, let me get that. All right, let's play some music. We'll take a quick break. I'm going to play some Opus. I'm going to play some Dead by Wednesday. Get your hazmat suits on.
Got some Gargantuan Soul?
Ooh, do I have some G-Soul? That
Make
is...
it trifecta?
Shit. I don't. I have Chris Keys, but that's not the same.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
Some Violent Industry?
Some Violent Industry. I don't have that either. See, you were supposed to bring me music.
Nine.
You did not bring me the music.
This is not the Brian and me that we were speaking of.
We got the news coming up, of course. We're going to talk more about some other things.
Breasts.
Vajankles. We try to talk serious for a while. It's 10 o'clock.
We got like 2 hours and 15 minutes or so by the time music's done with that. That's enough serious.
Yeah, it's time for some silly.
Well,
real quick, 10 o'clock. It's time for some American bourbon and herbs like green hibiscus and eucalyptus, ginger, ginkgo, and many others. Smooth taste, no whiskey burn. What am I talking about?
Easy.
Cold cock whiskey goes down easy like your mama.
Damn right.
And when she comes back up, I put some blow paste in her mouth. Blow paste, chiquichacha.com. BJ a day. All right, well, look, we'll take a quick music break. Keep it locked to fishlifeandradio.com. We got the news coming up next and so much more. We'll be right back.
Titties.
Titties. And meat coats.
Vaginals.
Shit.
Meat curtain.
Meat curtain. No. Meat coat.
Pass the roast beef.
Pass the beef. I like it with the gravy.
Ooh.
Stay here and think of all the mistakes. Now I'm holding on to try to be so strong, but I just can't go on. Till the end, I'll stay here, just so I don't have to pretend. Now I'm holding on to try to be so strong, but I just can't go on. I'll die here. I'll die here in your arms. I'll breathe in. I'll breathe in this sad song. Now I'm holding on to try to be so strong, but I just can't go on. Now
up? This is Joe Morbidelli from Dead by Wednesday. You're rocking out to OFNR, it's official effing radio. Keep listening. Keep it on the map.
All good nights, religion is a grip on the minds of the innocent. Probably ideologies in a makeshift. Sympathy, drink the stained glass. My God is not your God. My God's invisible. Your God is old and Anglo, and it is woman that he died years ago. But how can we disprove a book that's 1,000 years old? My father was just to believe in Virgin Mother's that an apocalypse with 7-headed goats. Organized religion is a violent tradition. 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 Opium for struggling addicts. The never rhetoric that forces static. That brings false hope that starts with hate from class. For lumping you too fast. Mass indoctrination before you ever question the visions of greed. The visions of greed, the visions that lead to people that scheme to capture your soul and hold on to you as long as you will be mine. Organized religion is a violent tradition. 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 Amendment 1! Freedom of religion! Press expression! Conquest shall make the laws! The innocent is rise! Religion uprising! The free exercise! Bring the freedom of things! For the right of the people! To assemble into petition! The simple redress of your
You guys all upset about the snow we're getting all the time here?
Yeah.
Fucking shit, dude. I'm tired.
Yeah.
It's really depressing, isn't it?
Yeah.
God damn, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's turn on some OFNR, man.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah, cool, man. Alright.
Okay, well, don't be so enthusiastic. Shit.
Yeah! Yes! Indian Unsigned.
Told you.
Kick-ass music, oh my god. And awesome live
Tune in www.officialfnradio.com.
It came from Uranus.
Did it? Did it sound like this?
Maybe a little. Just played some music. That was God's Green Earth with 2 fat bitches and a bag of weed.
That's a hell of a Friday night.
Shout outs to Rick Samato, man. Rest in peace. Love
Yeah,
those
it's
fucking
gonna be in my head.
Those guys were so fucking good, man. Such a great band. Dude was in a terrible car accident, and that was the end of that. No more God's Green Earth. But you can still check them out on Facebook, facebook.com/God's Green Earth, I think. Or
.com.
Almeida.
Brian Almeida.
Brian Almeida.
Pico Fapa Brian Almeida.
Almeida.
Brian Almeida.
Almeida.
Mira.
10:19. You guys think we should do the news? I mean, it's kind of early.
Yeah, usually our interviews have been going fairly longer.
Well, I understand Opus was probably driving around like
trying to get his kid to sleep,
wasting gas, like talking to us.
I'm down to do some news right now.
Yeah, man. We could hit up the vajankle shit.
You want to hit up the news?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know I did it before the break, but I'm kind of excited, so I'm going to do it after the break, too. The news, brought to you in part by Cold Cock Whiskey. Made with aged American bourbon and herbs like green tea, hibiscus, eucalyptus, ginger, ginkgo, and many others. Smooth taste, no whiskey burn. Get a shot. Cold Cock.
It's take your shot.
Oh, take your shot.
That's their catchphrase, man.
See, I should know this.
You should.
Being as, yeah.
But you are not Brian Almeida.
Oh, but I am Brian Almeida, and I have the burritos.
And you have the burritos? Well, I have the tacos.
Ooh, burrito and taco.
Ooh. What do you have there, knob? No burrito, no taco?
Tostito?
Maybe chimichanga?
Frito?
Frajitos?
I got the frito.
You got fritos.
Frijoles?
And of course,
frijoles. Balones. Frijoles.
Frijoles.
Go check out coldcockwhiskey.com. The other sponsor of the news here at OFNR is our good dear friends at Blow Paste. Now, where the fuck is... What is that sound? Do you have a cold or something, Joe?
Oh, no.
Are you sucking dick?
Not anymore.
I heard some microphone feedback. That's what I was hearing.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Now he keeps putting his balls on the mic.
Well, look, it feels nice.
It's the vibrations.
Give a nice little tangle to them, you know?
The news brought to you by the following 2 sponsors and Cold Cock Whiskey. We talked about them already. Here's the next.
Slayer?
This thing is not working quite right.
Slayer!
It's like really delayed.
Bacon flavored poon in a can. 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 Spread it. Spray it. Just don't forget to say it. Bacon flavored poon in a can. Yum.
Don't let another blissful moment go to waste. Taste the magic of Blow Paste.
Joe Stagger,
So give that salty sausage a peppermint taste with the magic of Blow Paste.
Joe Stagger,
Freshen up the job before you turn out the lights, and get a pearl necklace to go with your pearly whites. If you want to make his day and put a smile on his face, taste the magic of Blow Paste.
News time.
yes, it is time right now for Knobs
It is January the 20th, 2015.
It is.
Just about 10:23 here at the OFNR studios. Hanging out with, of course, Joe Stagger.
That'd be me.
And Brian from The Shape.
Yeah.
Brian Amita.
We're going to get to the fucking weather right quick. Thanks for hanging out tonight, by the way. Thanks for hanging out on Fish Fucking Radio. Hope you've enjoyed your time here.
We like listeners, Holmes.
We like our listeners.
We like people to listen.
Appreciate you.
And check out the YouTubes. I mean, and every week I put up the program. I know this week was kind of it was a little delayed, my birthday and all.
Oh, yeah, excuses.
Well, I have Alzheimer's now, so.
Oh, yeah. You got ball timers?
Back in my day in Diggity Farm.
We just had the boob tube. No YouTube shit.
Well, I don't have the weather for here at Waterbury, but I do have the weather for Rochester for anybody who might want to have the Rochester, New York weather. It's 8 degrees outside. It's fucking cold. Move the fuck on, Goldilocks.
Wow. 8 degrees?
In Rochester, New York. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Wednesday.
Nipples hurt.
Tomorrow's going to be 28 with a low of 18, mostly cloudy. Thursday, a high of motherfucking 28 with a low of 18.
Well, that's some summer weather.
Friday, it's going to be 36. Holy shit, it's a heat wave. 24.
Damn, you guys got a lot better weather than we do.
24 degrees low, and these are, of course, Rochester, New York. Apparently, the fucking weather sometimes does not work. I put in my zip code. I throw it in. I know it's the right zip code, and I hit the button, and it goes, I can't fucking find that shit.
Maybe Waterbury's disappearing.
Right into some dude's mom's nasty vagina.
Yeah, because there is room there.
Yeah, they got the miners out finally.
Yeah. I heard one went back in.
Well,
I think it's in a vajankle.
Probably in a vajankle.
Yeah, it's a vajankle.
Which is really disturbing, by the way.
It is so disturbing on a lot of levels.
Tonight in the news, we are going to play the Darwin Awards. So, we're going to do some Darwin Awards tonight. But first, when our mailbox comes along, you must fuck it. A Randy Reveler was ordered to sign the sex offenders registry for trying to have sex with a street post box. That's right, dude tried to fuck a mailbox. Horny Paul Bennett started to make sexual advances, quote unquote, towards the traditional red pillar. And the 45-year-old pulled his pants down, shouted, "Wow," while rubbing himself up and down against the mailbox. Shock woman shoppers saw him performing the bizarre acts and called the cops.
See, that goes back to the car fucker, dude.
Bennett pleaded guilty. He is a weird-looking motherfucker, dude. Let me just tell you that. Woman left, and Bennett lay down on a bench in the precinct, started to shout, and then stood up, exposed himself, and pulled his pants down. This is in a park.
This guy looks like that actor David Morse with an extra chin.
It's pretty odd looking.
He seems so confused.
What is it with people and all of a sudden wanting to have sex with inanimate objects?
Well, there comes a point in time, Joe, when you just can't get a person of the opposite sex to have sex with you because for whatever reason, you've gotten that far.
Then get a farm animal.
Get a hooker.
Just something. But you got dudes out there humping cars, rafts, bicycles.
Get some prescription medication.
Oh, yeah.
Something.
Some therapy.
Just hump something other than a mailbox or a tailpipe or...
Sex therapy is a thing that exists, right?
Oh, yeah.
Pretty sure.
But what do you do when you walk in the oven and say, yeah, I like to hump cars?
Hi, yeah,
Fucking car is so hot,
so
man.
like
It's fucking hitting me hard.
I totally came in and like I saw this BMW and oh my god.
Dude, I'm telling you, you got to look it up on YouTube on TLC, and it's the Strange Addictions thing, and it's the guy with his car.
Yeah, no, I know, dude. We covered it on the Nation one
Yeah,
time, dude.
it's just fucking wrong.
These are the types of stories we cover here at OFNR, and they're true. And it's like, good lord.
Yeah. Oh no, there's so many things wrong with it.
Multiple levels of just disturbed things going on that I can't. Yeah, it's just wow.
Yeah.
Anywho, so that happened, and that's disturbing. Somewhat.
That is a thing.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, what else do we say about that, really? Jesus Christ.
I mean, there's just not a whole lot you can say.
No.
I'm just contemplating what would turn you on to fuck a car or a post box and what? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, at what point does that go, wow, man, I need to put my...
What is it? Think about a post box. You know, if you're a guy and you're normally attracted to women, it's sharp angles, it's hard, it's not of the softer variety.
I need to put my dick in that.
Yeah.
That sounds like it would hurt more than it would be pleasurable.
I'm trying to figure out the guy how he was humping the bicycle. I mean, there's not a whole lot of places for it to go. You know, what are you rubbing up on a spoke or? And then you got a guy banging the blowhole on rafts. I mean, just keep your dick in your pants at this point.
I mean, the best part of this is that he shouted "wow" while rubbing himself up and down on it. That's just
That is pretty, like, baller. I mean...
like, wow, oh.
Wow.
You know, I mean, can you imagine just walking down the street and some dude humping a blue mailbox?
It's like, yeah, well, I mean, dude, I know you want to, like, deliver a package, but come on. I think you're taking that too literally.
Some package you're delivering there.
Yeah, I think you're taking this far too literally.
No, not your package, the package. You know, it's just people are fucked up.
It's disturbing.
It's just bad.
It's truly fucking disturbing, man.
Like, I don't want to let my daughter out of the house.
Right? All right, moving on. Next story. These two stories come under the family values headline. Both these two stories are about true family values. The first, if you can't keep it in the drug lab, keep it in the family. In New York, upstate New York for that matter, a mother and son were both arrested Wednesday for selling heroin and prescription medicine in their own unconnected drug rings. Mom had a drug ring, son had a drug ring. They didn't intertwine the two drug rings until they got caught. It's a small world. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think?
Mistake on their part.
Criminal kin were subject to several sting operations and got arrested the same day. Police say they never worked together on drug distributions. Christine Altro, 53, and her son Christopher, 27, charged with 2 felony counts selling drugs, 2 counts possession with intent to distribute, and so on and so forth. Christine was trafficking oxycodone.
Oh, good stuff.
And morphine right out of her home near Poughkeepsie. So there you go.
Wait, and she sold drugs to undercover officers multiple times?
Yeah. About that.
Family that sells drugs together stays together.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, pretty much.
Unreal. And it gets worse. It gets worse. This one skeeves me out a little bit, man. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. Nothing says loving like, no, you know what? This is fucking strange and I don't like it. Young girl's planning to marry her fucking father.
Yeah, this is a fucked up one.
Unnamed 18-year-old revealing all the details of her 2-year relationship with her father in an interview with Science of the U.S. from how they fell in love to what their plans are for the future, and one of those plans is that she will have children with her father.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The woman who hails from Great Lakes region reconnected with her father when she was 16, and this is after 12 years of estrangement. And apparently in New Jersey, they can get married.
What the fuck?
It wouldn't surprise me.
Which kind of explains a little bit more about Joe's history.
Yeah. It's just, this state's fucked up.
Dad, I haven't
But it does allow me to get away with a lot of shit.
Dad, I haven't seen you in 12 years. You look so handsome.
Dad, have you been lifting weights?
Is that a boner you have, Dad? Why, yes, it is.
Do you even lift, bro? All right, are you guys ready to play some game here?
Wait, I got one for you.
Okay,
Real quick.
before we get the game? Okay.
Did you hear about this kid who got an invoice for missing a birthday party?
Oh, yes, I totally did. I sent this to my wife, actually, recently. Ridiculous. For those that don't know, I guess the guy, responded via whatever, RSVP, that his son would attend a birthday party.
Right.
And apparently, he didn't realize that it was already a day that had been, taken by his grandmother, who I'm sure, most grandmothers, don't have infinite time here left on Earth. Probably more important to go see grandma than it is to go to birthday party. Just saying.
It wasn't just any birthday party. It was a skiing birthday party.
Ah, now does that change things?
Not at all.
Because now you are RSVPing and saying, I am coming. And so they rent so many lift passes. Now, is it a faux? I think the faux pas starts at the beginning. I mean, if that's what your intent is, to charge folk $25, then you need to be upfront about it.
Right, but you wouldn't.
I would never. Oh my God! Come on. For $25? Are you kidding me? What's the lesson there?
It's €15.54, so it's like almost $25 US. But you're not pre-buying them.
Right.
Even if you are, one shows up, you'll get a refund. I don't give a fuck what country you're in.
Well, come on. I'm sure they're going to work some deal out with you if you got that many people that you need to fucking head count.
Either way, this kid goes home with a fucking brown envelope in his fucking backpack that has an invoice in it.
Dad, I got a bill.
Yeah.
For what? For not going to a birthday party.
You got billed.
Yeah, dude, now I'm really going to go to the kid's birthday party next year.
Well, now they're not allowed to even hang out together.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, they the parents, I guess everybody was like friends. Like, they're not talking to each other. The kids can't be around each other. This is like going like a full-on, dispute now.
I see.
I say you poop on their front porch. Which I would do anyway, but...
All right, well, it's a trifecta here. Brian, what's your take? Shit on a porch? I mean...
Shit on a porch all day, son.
Goddamn right.
And
right, Amita. You are correct.
I third the shit on a porch. I like it.
Just walk up and shit. I would be eating beans and cabbage.
There's gonna come a point when you forget about what happened, and you're gonna want to come back at me, and you're gonna want to wash the taste of my dick out of your mouth.
I'm sorry, Joe.
No.
I'll go shit in the goddamn street if I felt like it.
All right. So, any other stories that you want to add there, Joe, Brian? You got anything else?
Did somebody have something on the vag ankles or what?
I did post something on OFNR. I mean, if you want to go check out the...
Yeah, I posted it the other day as soon as I saw it because I couldn't help myself.
It's basically a amputated foot. And on the top of the amputated foot, instead of where like the bone and like stuff would be, there's a vagina. And it's all silicone, whatever. Why someone would fuck a foot in this manner seems a little weird to me.
A little?
But, I mean...
It's got a big-ass clit, too.
Just the pictures of this shit looks gnarly.
It's gnarly.
Dude, the foot looks real.
Yeah, it does. I thought it was.
Right up until it has a vag where the ankle bone is.
A vajankle.
It's a vajankle.
Vajankle. It's like...
Hello, motherfucker.
Hi, Mr. Vajankle. How are you?
Good morning, Mr. Vajankle.
Hello, motherfucker.
I can't even.
Go fuck yourself.
You, sir, can go fuck yourself.
But here's my thing right now. The dude with the mailbox could have the vajankle.
Yeah, why can't he get a fucking vajankle? Or, dude, at the very least, go and get one of those fleshlights.
Yeah, or a pocket pussy.
Yeah,
or do what every guy's done since like the 80s or 70s and get a goddamn blow up doll, dude.
Or there's the old fashioned, just lube up your hand and go to town.
The more I look at this thing, the more it creeps me out.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
You really
It's the toes.
something, grab a sock, man. There you go.
Like vaginas, like ankles, wish they could combine and you can have sex. The vajankle. Now this is a sponsor we need.
Get on it, Joe.
I'm on it.
We're going to have blow paste, cold cock whiskey, and vajankles.
Vajankles. Dude, it's just creepy. It looks too real.
This is the most highbrow radio show ever.
Yeah. It's just creepy. It looks too real. Got a French manicure and everything. There's something wrong with fucking people.
Let's play some Darwin Awards. What do you think?
All right.
It's time once again for the Darwin Awards. Yes, that's right. It's time once again for the Darwin Awards. All right. Greetings. Greetings and welcome to another edition of the annual Darwin Awards. Now, for those of you who do not know, the Darwin Awards are an archive of enterprising demise, saluting those who improve the species by accidentally removing themselves from it. The rules are, to get a Darwin Award, gets an honor, must be an adult who removes themselves from the gene pool in a spectacularly clueless manner that is verifiably true. Everybody with me so far?
Oh yeah.
That's you.
Okay.
I am right here.
The first contestant. Coming in from the UK, it's the human cannon splat. That's right, the human cannon splat. A human cannonball died after the safety net was fired towards collapse just moments before he hit the damn thing. So, like, he got shot out of the cannon towards the safety net collapses, he dies. Matthew Cranch, 24, fired 40 feet into the air before a locking mechanism in the unsensibly designed net failed, and he plunged headfirst to the ground and died. Dirt and debris on the equipment may have contributed to the lock. It was falsely closed. Mr. Cranch had only been Scott May's Daredevil stunt show for 2 weeks and was taking part in his 12th event, and he died.
Well, now, who technically gets the award? The cannonballer or the guy who set up the net?
I think the guy that fucked up the net, maybe. Or actually the guy for... fuck him. The guy for being in the thing in the first place.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to both of them.
Exactly. I go with Brian here. I think you got to give the Darwin Award to the fucking human cannonball. See, like, when stories like this happen, people are like, oh, that's so sad. No, I mean, he's a human fucking cannonball. He's getting shot out of a cannon. I mean, that's not normal.
Yeah, I really don't have a problem with that.
Things end well for the balls that get shut out, so why would they end great for a human being in that position? I think I gotta go with Matthew. He's a fucking idiot.
I don't know. I would like to be shot out of a cannon myself.
Alrighty then. Moving on to contestant number 2. All right. Jesus. Achievement unlocked. A 32-year-old man has been found dead in an internet cafe in Taiwan following what is reported as a 3-day gaming binge. Emergency services were called to the cafe base in Kaohsiung after an employee discovered a customer slumped over his desk, motionless, dead. Man known by his surname Hisai, I don't know if I'm saying any of these things properly, was rushed to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Cardiac failure. Police believe that the man likely died several hours before discovery, and Yeah, so that means he was like in the cafe for a little while, decomposing, dying, you know.
So this guy fucking died from playing video games in an internet cafe for what is probably 2 to 2.5 days.
3-day gaming binge, yes.
So I'm gonna have to give the award out to a lot of people on this one.
Okay.
Think about it. First of all, that means the cafe's open 24/7. So nobody noticed this dude stop playing his game and is hunched over? And it's maybe starting to stink a bit?
For at least an hour. I mean, they say a significant time. I mean, what's a significant time? It's got to be at least an hour or two.
If the dude don't move for 40 minutes, they're going to check on him. But we'll go back to, again, this is Taiwan.
True.
And, you know, I guess I can't see how you wouldn't. I mean, even, hey, would you like a drink? You know, tap the guy.
You would think somebody would come over and at least try to get more money out of him for being there.
Yeah, I mean, hear him, the people yelling at him because he's not making a move. You know.
He must have just been in pretty bad shape if he died from just sitting there for 2 days.
Yeah, because I've gone on 3-day drinking binges. I'm just fine.
Yeah.
Well, he maybe didn't drink or eat or nothing for 3 days and probably had a condition and then was sitting and that's just not
good. I
good.
did that this weekend.
I mean, you could go 3 days without water or something like that before you die. And if this guy died in like 2 days in the shop or 2 days and change, it doesn't really make that much sense.
I'm going to go with they're lying. He was there for like 5.
Yeah, he must have been there for a longer time or he had something else happen.
Because
extenuating for, cardiac.
I'm not going to offer to dude a glass of water.
Right, something. Sir, are you okay? You haven't made a move in 20 minutes.
If he's playing a game, I'm assuming this dude isn't like homeless.
Right.
An internet game or a video game.
I mean, I would stop the guy after like 24 hours, but like, dude, you gotta go. You know?
Yeah, I mean, do these places not close? Is that the problem?
And if it did close, that's on them again. They get the double award. Because they left the dude there.
Don't guys just do this in their basement with like World of Warcraft anyway?
Oh yeah, sure. There have been people like absolutely
10 days. How come they're not dead? There's got to be something more to this.
Look, there are World of Warcraft people who have died from playing World of Warcraft because they play it for days on days and days. No movement, you know what I mean?
I guess. I mean, I like playing video games, but
goddamn,
I like getting laid and having beers and playing music a whole lot more.
Right.
There's also other lazy activities like watching movies or television.
And eating bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, bacon's a given.
All right, so the third and final contestant, please help me welcome Towelhead. Yes, come on in, Towelhead. Now, you would think that Towelhead, I'm being derogatory. I'm not.
Oh my God.
Can I please read this one?
Yes, go ahead. Come on in.
A blind man died in a freak accident when he set his clothes on fire while attempting to warm up a towel in a fucking microwave. James Schaefer, 68, from Stony Creek Township in Pennsylvania, put the cloth in the appliance to warm it up and use it to soothe his sore knee on Tuesday. However, Mr. Schaefer, who has lived alone for 25 years, did not realize that it was on fire and the blaze spread to his flannel shirt. He managed to douse the flame with his shower head, singeing the carpet as he ran to the bathroom, thus spreading the fire further, but he suffered 80% burns as a result of the inferno. Oakland Fire Department Deputy Chief David Reams said a dry towel will catch fire after just 15 seconds in a microwave. Who'd have fucking thought it, He told WJAC 6 he went to grab the towel, but being blind, he put it back on himself and he caught his arm. The flannel caught fire and then it just burnt the rest of his clothing off. And the county medical examiner's office said he died of what's known as thermal inhalation.
So he breathed fire.
That's rough, man. He breathing fire.
Breathing fire in.
Yeah.
Fucking dragon.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Bacon his lungs.
All right, so if we have to choose, of the three, who gets the Darwin? I mean, like, obviously all three of them have eliminated themselves from the planet. They all get an honorary Darwin Award from the Darwin Awards. But of the three stories, which one's the most heinous? Is it the human cannon splat, the achievement unlocked, or towel head? The blind guy setting his clothes on fire.
I think it's a tough one, man, because Cannonball Boy Matt is that's just stupid to begin with, but
see, Cannonball Boy wasn't his fault.
That's true. My choice I think it's towel head, because you gotta be one stupid fuck to not think a towel is gonna catch on fire in a microwave.
Well,
blind.
Well, look, if you're blind, why is there no help for this man? Why,
where's his dog?
Yeah, exactly. See now,
family.
See now, listen. If we stop giving blind people dogs and started giving blind people midgets, at the very least, this guy would have been like, the midget would have been like, listen.
No, wait, you gotta wet it first.
Listen, you gotta fucking, your towel is on fire, dude. You're burning right now. Like,
just because you're blind doesn't mean you're numb.
You know,
you can't feel the flame.
The dog's like, arf, arf. He's like, what? I fed you a while ago. Arf, arf. Man, it's getting really fucking hot in here. Arf,
He's
arf.
fucking breathing it in. You would know from that, no?
I mean, something's not right here. I'm breathing in fire.
Maybe he's blind, deaf, and dumb.
And fried.
And fried.
He's definitely blind and dumb.
And fried.
Yeah.
There's too many variables with the achievement unlocked.
Yeah.
Like, you could give a group of people that award in that one.
Yeah. But this guy takes the cake?
Yeah, I mean, just because you're blind, how can you not feel yourself on fire? And then how do you make yourself
so on fire that you're breathing in fire?
Who puts a fucking towel in a microwave?
They actually do tell you to wet a towel and put them in the microwaves to superheat them, and it acts like as
a towel.
Yeah, and it's like usually like seconds.
He missed a step.
Yeah, he missed a step. Burned his goddamn whole fucking shit up. Killed himself.
He cooked his innards.
And outards. Again, he put it. He didn't feel it with his hands yet. He still put it around his flannel shirt. How the fuck did he not feel flame on his hand when he was going to put it around his shirt?
Boy, it's getting awfully warm in here.
Because something else wrong with him, that he can't feel fire? Does he have dragon in him?
Lived alone for 25 years.
Was he wearing coal miner gloves?
Did he have on the mitts?
Was he fucking a post box?
So apparently he got the flames out with a shower head, but had 80% burns as a result of the inferno. That's fucked.
So wait a minute. How does he find a shower head?
Well, he's at home, I think.
Yeah, it said he traipsed through the fucking rug. The rug caught on fire. That made it worse and burned into part of the house. Then he got to the bathroom or whatever and found the fucking shower head.
He's blind, dude.
Oh, this guy wins. He's just a hot mess. Get it?
There you go, folks. The Darwin Awards, brought to you in part by OFNR, Cold Cock Whiskey, and Blow Paste. Blow Paste.
Blow paste.
Blow Paste.
By no means, blow paste.
Blow Paste.
Burrito.
Burrito, taco. Taco, burrito.
Blow Paste.
Definitely getting Taco Bell tonight.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty taco hungry myself.
Tacos and burritos, huh?
Tacos and burritos, homies. Yeah, Taco Bell's not too far from me.
I got like a 5-minute ride if I want to get some T-Bell.
Yeah, I'm about 8.
Shit is so bad for you, man.
It is. It's terrible,
but it's so delicious. Why do they make these?
Eat it as is, but
why do they make things so delicious that are so horrible for you? I don't understand.
I don't know, but the Mexican place by me is closed. I'd rather go there and get a chimichanga and frijoles.
Jole frijoles?
Jole frijoles. Oh, they make the best food over here, man. Oh. Enchiladas and chimichangas.
All right,
well, I'm starving now.
Now you're talking about food. We've come to the end of the show. 10:52. Another 3 hours have gone by. Another 180 minutes.
And Indie 180.
And we played some music tonight. We played some F-bands. I dropped some F-bands all over your face way earlier in the show. Let me go back here because I didn't tell you what I played earlier. I played some Fist Fight. I played some Fear the Masses. Censor This. And played some Fear Nothing Band with They Are Still Regular.
Man, I love them.
Oh, God. Of course, we also got some Opus in there with Holding On, some Dead by Wednesday with Violent Tradition, and, of course, The God's Green Earth, 2 Fat Bitches, and a Bag of Weed. Boom! Booda-ba! Want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thanks to Joe and Brian, of course, for hanging out with me for these couple hours and giving me somebody to talk to for a couple hours.
Well, actually, it was just me and Brian talking to each other.
Yeah.
True. I'm sorry I wasn't more part of the conversation, guys.
Oh, you were. We were just dealing with each other.
We were just trying to find post boxes to fuck, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, word?
I'm going with the rubber tube, man.
I might get a vag ankle.
Vag ankles are great.
Yeah, vajankles.
We do got a good show next week, though, Holmes.
Yeah,
man. Next week we got Mile Marker Zero essay.
They're like Connecticut legends around here, Holmes. They've been around for a long fucking time.
Long time.
Yeah, so we're gonna delve into more, Connecticut madness and like their thoughts on some of the shit that's going on in the scene and the changing, the evolving of the music industry and such.
Changing of the guard of sorts.
Continuing our conversation, of course, of music as a business and things of that nature. If you got an idea or want to shout us out, drop us a line. You know us, Facebook, Twitter, all those other places.
And they've got a pretty killer EP out called Young Russ, and which I will bring to you next week.
Yeah. I'm not getting my hopes up anymore. Fool me once, shame on Joe.
Yeah, it's my fault all the time.
Fool me twice, shame on Joe. So, yeah.
Fool me a third time, I shit on your doorstep.
Yeah.
I thought it was a porch.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Well, what if you don't have a porch?
What if I have a monkey?
I'll shit on him too.
What if
does the monkey have Ebola?
Well, what if my monkey's on my porch?
Then I'm gonna shit on your porch with your monkey is on, and hopefully it'll splatter across it.
Technically, be shitting on your porch monkey.
I think that's what it would be. Which is
Sure
terrible.
would.
You really shouldn't have said that. That's terrible. Horrible.
It's monkey poop.
Well, you're talking about having a literal monkey on your porch, so it'd be a porch.
Yeah. So he is a porch monkey.
Yeah.
All right, check out all the cool stuff going on in OFNR. Make sure you check out Cold Cock Whiskey, made with aged American bourbon and herbs like green tea, hibiscus, eucalyptus, ginger, ginkgo, and many others. Smooth taste, no whiskey burn. Take your shot. ColdCockWhiskey.com.
The most important part is whiskey.
Whiskey.
Whiskey dick.
What's for dinner?
So I hope I'll have some of that for the Connecticut show too.
Well, look, when you have a little bit of whiskey dick, then you could always get blow paste. ChiquiChaCha.com.
ChiquiChaCha, Brian Amita.
Check them out. Blow paste. It's a lube. It's a toothpaste. It's so many things in so many ways. And hey,
and it's minty.
If you can get a blowjob out of the deal, like, babe, look, I got this stuff called blow paste and really need a Hummer. Then you
give you a cooling effect.
I don't suck dick, so I don't know.
Well, for females, it's low in calorie content, so they can.
Yeah, it's vegan and all natural, and it's actually strengthens their teeth and freshens their breath. And
have you product tested?
Oh yes, oh yes.
So was the response like? Did you feel cooling from the mintiness?
Yeah, there was a little minty cooling. It was very slick, a very slick lube, which is always good. And
it's chafing.
She comes up for the kiss, and it's like, well, I got to try for the kiss because blow paste. And sure enough, it doesn't taste like my dick.
I'm sure it did.
Well, you would know.
You know, Brian told me all about it.
Oh, it was delicious.
It's like a taquito.
There's gonna come a point when you forget about what happened, and you're gonna want to come back at me, and you're gonna want to wash the taste of my dick out of your mouth.
So what are we leading out with tonight, sir?
Bacon flavored poon in a can. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Close out on a song or something, Holmes?
Yeah, man, we should close out on a tune. Maybe
Some kind of tune.
Maybe I go like way back and find something in the way back library from like you know, like independent way back, like classic, you know, like independent stuff that like we haven't played in a long time.
Oh, go with the cholos, Holmes.
Let's see here. If you guys got any plugs, throw them out there. March Metal Madness, Short Metal Madness.
Short Metal Madness, March 14th in New Jersey, Brighton Bar. March 28th, Cook's Cafe. It's gonna be freaking insane. And a lot more coming real soon. We'll have to have a nice little chat about this one.
Feb 21st at Cooks with Lights, Banner, Cake, Decapitator, The Shape, Continuum, Rise to Burn, and more. And March 10th, catch us with Suicide Silence and Mirror Within the Ruins, Fit for an Autopsy, In the Red, and a bunch of other awesome bands. Get at us. That is, man. Get at us for tickets. We'll meet. Whatever. That's about it for me. That's all I got.
Of course, you
Yeah,
can
we're
check
not
out.
doing anything until March, so.
So, of course, you can check out Official FN Radio, OFNRforever.com. Tomorrow, 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. It's The Asylum, Turbo. The return of Turbo each and every week. Brought to you by Bolt Spike Radio. Fucking love those guys, man, over at Bolt Spike. Two brothers.
Good dudes, man.
True supporters, man. Really, you know,
Absolutely.
above and beyond. Sometimes it's like, God damn it, man. How the fuck do you do that? You know?
Yeah.
Truly inspiring. Check out Bolt Spike Radio any fucking time. Of course, we try to do these syndicated Syndicast Sundays at 7 each and every week. Keith Pearson Project coming soon.
Good.
Live to the OFNR.
That's very cool.
Keith's a good dude. It's gonna be good to give him a live mic.
Yeah, when he's not on, you know, like an FM station, he doesn't have to worry so much about saying
Being
this or
politically
that.
correct.
Yes. Because, I mean,
He can say all the fuck, piss, shit, cocksucker, motherfuckers all he wants now.
and he should. Like, that should be the first week, should just be him, like, getting it all out in one, like, motherfucker. You know what I mean?
It's not at least 132 fucks on that first show within the first hour. I'm gonna be upset.
You know,
10 jankles.
you know, you guys asked me what I'm gonna end up with tonight. I'm scrolling through here. I'm gonna play some fucking Guerrera.
Oh shit!
Right? Cause like, you know, now Mike's in Cyperna, you know, but Guerrera's a fucking good fucking band, man. It's good shit. People should check that shit out right from Connecticut, right here. Connecticut homegrown, motherfucker. Shit. Go to local shows wherever you are. Support. Connect with people. Become friends. Work together. Positive things makes positive results.
Smoke weed.
Smoke weed every day.
Drink beer.
Drink booze every day.
And take care of your local movement.
Fucking movement. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, sir.
You, brother.
Always a good time. I truly enjoy having the show with you guys each and every week.
It's fucking fun.
It is. It is a good
It's a
time.
good time.
Therapy for psychos.
Next week we got Mile Marker Zero. Brian, help me out with some good questions.
Obville indeed.
Let's think of some content over the week, folks, and hit me up and such. I leave you tonight with Guerrera, House of the Unholy, right here
Good night, sir.
OFNR, Indy 180. Good night, Joe. Love and respect to your fams and all the Stagger folks, Stagger holics. Brian Almeida from The Shape. See you next week.
Good night, fellas. Good evening.
Final countdown. I'm headed for Venus, Venus.
Be there.